The first map in our first grand final series has commenced. Good hook there from Nevermelt Eyes. Finds
the Genji's down.
Texel. Yeah, that means Titan IQ is going in, but he can't really go into this too aggressively.
Yeah.
Nevermelt Eyes, who he barely misses the hook, but Strong Piggy takes on Nerbles. This is a clean reset. 2 kills. And Nevermelt Eyes is pushing up. He's feeling it. He wants his Diva. And he's going... No, he's not going to get it. Just not. But okay. He got the damage in. That's fine. And he's got a decent amount of ultra. And look at how low Red Team is. Slapdash almost about to lose his mech. He does lose his mech very late.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. I think he's just gonna switch and then, you know...
I would hope so.
Back to Diva, yeah. Yeah,
yes.
there you go.
Yes, sorry. Now they're gonna swap.
No, they actually... Oh, triple tank. There you go.
Yeah, and there comes Suzu still on the Sombra, which is a good pick still. Sombra's doing a lot of very similar things with...
I like him on Sombra. I think he's playing really well on Sombra. Oh, but this is gonna put a stop to this attack.
Yeah. There are people that might play a bit more in scrims mod. Now, they might recognize it as Sombra goats, even though there's not an Anan in the game right now on the red team. But Sombra has very similar things with Brigitte in the way that she really denies tanks and like really takes a lot of space. But there we see the standard goats. Suzu swapping over to the Brigitte, which means I can eat my words now. There's no Sombra goats whatsoever. Ignore me.
Hey, but you know what? You know what's up? The tire is up.
Yep, and you know what that does with an Ursa pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of very potent ultimates coming online soon. We have Tomahawk getting decently close to that first Bongos list, and you know, because there wasn't really any very convincing push from Red Team just yet, there wasn't really any ultimate build on either side. And if we look at Red Team, we see a lot of swaps and not really any ultimates coming online yet, so you know?
Yeah, and it's 2 minutes left.
There comes the left right, the pull comes in. They're all in that close little window, there's no one to do anything about it.
Oh, huge play.
Takes it out, and yes, then kills Suzu. That's a big pick though, they stabilize.
It is a big pick, especially that the whole team is already up, and the Brigitte will have to just join them, but how?
Yeah,
no, they up top, and she's gonna need a taxi or something, because... Whew.
But in the meantime, the push is going on, Red Team's fighting it.
He switched to Widow,
Yes, he's feeling it. The surprise Widow, if Destiny's playing aggressively because he's not expecting
Widow, that's huge picks.
Look at this, the bongos are not enough, the kills are coming in for Red Team and they take the bongos down as well. Tomahawk getting a whole lot of hurt right now. Just trying to stay alive, gets a pull but he falls eventually. And now the Mortal comes in, but it's a bit late and Pumbunny does not get a res off. So
yeah, Gallia, nice play with the Coalescence.
Yes,
pressure the Mercy. This is, you know, because this is one of the best ways to pressure a Mercy that's ulting. Just use Coalescence. It's pretty easy to track Mercy. Coalescence has a very big, like, diameter, hitbox. You can easily track Mercy, and you know the damage ticks pretty fast, and you know she won't regen because you just constantly tickle her with damage. So very good play by Gallia.
It's an effective 10 damage per second you're dealing, and if anyone else gets some damage in, like a good swing, that's permanent damage at that point, and it can be really vital. But let's see. Red Team will have several ultimates online. We see the Diva and we see the Luther pretty close, and we have a Shatter online for Titan IQ. Tomahawk switched to Reinhardt, not doing the rest anymore, just using the ultimate. But there's still a Transcendence online and a whole hog. But in the meantime, Tomahawk going deep and he gets counterpinned.
Yeah,
that's risky, but still Nevermelt Eyes gets the kill on Gallia. Nevermelt Eyes really putting in the work, and Strong Piggy takes down Suzu. And I think just based off Nevermelt Eyes with another pick. To be honest, Nevermelt Eyes single-handedly just stabilized this for this team. Getting that Moira out of the way and then getting... Alright, it's so crucial. And then just the hook kill onto Titan IQ, you know, when I whip him to death if you're at it. And then Taxel's gonna get staggered? Seems like it. Yeah, they're just shielding him. They're not letting him get any ult charge. Yes! Just shoots past Taxel. He says, nope, I'm not gonna shoot the Diva, I'm just gonna shoot the Lucio, and then the Diva, and then the Moira. All headshot kills with damage boost. Very nicely executed. I think his shoulder is not holding him back anytime soon.
Hey, because you know he's just feeling it right now. He doesn't feel any pain. He just feels.
Look at his positioning.
Yeah, that's what tells you a lot. He's just feeling it, and you have to, as a red team, you have to realize this, that you know this very gifted Widow player is popping off. You have to put a stop on him and just focus. You know, just come up with something to stop him because he'll just keep on popping heads.
It seems like they have, because Suzu's on that Tracer, Taxel's on that Genji, and Titan IQ is on that Winston. They're looking to add more pressure, and also Gallia swap to Mercy. They're looking to add more pressure onto that Widowmaker. So
I like it.
That Graviton soon.
Immediate response, they were like, you know, schooled them a bit, and they were like, you know what, we're not gonna wait, we're just gonna make changes right away and try to counteract.
Indeed. So we see a bit of a flank. Yes is now far
and
there
back. You go.
The pin,
and he's being pressured.
Pin lands, Taxel goes down. Peter comes in a bit late, Pumbunny goes down.
And Pumbunny goes down, that's huge.
Oh, but a lot of ult invested by Blue Team here. If you look at this.
Okay, so but there's no Graviton's gonna come, and you know, Zen, Gods used Transcendence, but Slap couldn't follow up because he died to the tire, but Gallia rests him, another huge res.
Indeed. And another shatter. I don't like this from blue team. They already had an extra pick, but look at what's going on. We saw Destiny just swap now to the Ashe. No ultras here, but Nevermelt, Ice, Strong Pig, Gods, and Tomahawk all use their ultimates. And now we're starting to look at red team where only the sound barrier was invested. So you're gonna have a Graviton with massive damage boost and a pulse bomb goes.
And the only thing you have is the Mercy ultimate, so it doesn't really look too good, especially considering the graph. It's just such a powerful ultimate, especially on 2CP.
Indeed, and you have a Reinhardt shield, but with the Roadhog, you really have to get those consistent picks now, because if you get grabbed, there's no Zarya bubble that will save from anything, there's no Diva that will maybe eat the grab or negates like a pulse bomb. It's just going to be raw HP and shielding, nothing else.
Oh, Gallia popping the ultimate a bit early.
He does what he needs to do.
A big pick.
He's on the high ground there.
This is
Gallia starts rezzing.
Season 3 Roadhog right here.
Back again, but big Graviton. And they get one kill, but only the 2 tanks are in. The pulse bomb lands a bit late, doesn't end up finding anything, but still one pick. But in the meantime, Pump Bunny starts rezzing. Suzu gets 2 kills, which gets rezzed. And now
Yes is down.
Yes, this is very crucial. Strongbeak comes back with a good kill, but the damage is really good. Only Nevermelt Ice on point, no hook. This is going to be crucial. Can they find a kill? Yes, they can. They finally
look at Lucio fragging.
Yeah, and Sludge coming back on the Hammond, but God is closer to Transcendence. Can he get it? Can he get the Transcendence? No, he can't.
Oh man, so close.
Gets one kill, but now the Hammond's back. So much stall is coming back into this game. And at the last possible second, 96% final two contestants. And now Gallia brings back Nerboss. Gonna have the Samurai close. Pump Bunny falls. Suzu putting in the work. A lot of stalls and
Gallia with the ultimate.
Both Hammonds on point now and Transcendences are being used. This is going to be a very long extended fight. Bob is going to do something.
Nevermelt Ice has an ultimate. I think this is... Can they stabilize? I think they can.
I think they can, but it's it's risky. Both teams are on point again, and Nerboss is going to have the sound barrier. I think Red Team has the edge here to get the kills. And the Valkyrie's over. Here comes the sound barrier in just a second, I would say. Someone gets low. There comes in.
There comes the Doomfist.
Yeah, the Doomfist and the Hammer are going in. A lot of stall potential. Lucius coming back as well. Gods swapped off from this thing.
Another blade.
And they go for Gods and they cut down Gods. It's really good. No healing there and no stalling.
And no Hammond. Oh man, that's a nice blade. Very nice blade. He cleaned everything up just from target to target. This is exactly what you need when a huge stall is going on.
Especially with those stall picks like you mentioned, but I really like it. 31 seconds left and they cap both points. So whatever happens, they will always have another attempt capping 2 points. But I really liked, from both teams I liked it. I liked that blue team went for those stall picks. And I like that, Suzu got a lot of really good picks, so even if the Graviton didn't end up getting a lot of kills, it was still, sufficient. And then once Slapdash died after his Graviton, he instantly went to the Hammond. He went to join into the fight quickly again, so, that would not have been possible if he was on Zarya, and then the clutch res comes onto Nerboss with a 75% ult charge, but once 5 people are on point brawling about, you're gonna have it quickly, and then he comes over with the sound barrier, just swings the fight instantly. So really nice execution on the attack there by Red Team, and I really like the hero swaps when they were
Definitely. I mean, when Yes was popping off, they wasted no time switching, and look, it was like a turning point. As soon as Yes was swapped off Widow, all of a sudden the Red Team made progress and were able to get onto the point and get some percentages going on. So just heads up changes. This is a great round. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, from both teams, and I like indeed what you're mentioning, how Red Team just addresses the main problem, which in this case was Destiny doing work on the Widow, and they just swap 3 or 4 heroes around and deal with the threat. And as you can see, after about 2.5 minutes, which isn't too bad against Hammond, Doomfist, and Roadhog, and Transcendences of stalling 2CP, I think they did a good job at addressing the threat that they had in front of them, and they did manage to cap with some time left. So, they're in for a good round here, and I really like what I saw from both teams. But blue team coming out with what we kind of predicted already. Yes, on the Zarya, Destiny. We're gonna see goats. When in doubt, goats up. But in the meantime,
let's see. But again, they playing into Junkrat. That spam damage, that tire, it's gonna be an issue.
Discord and Mercy damage. If your support get cut out, it will be risky. But if your support's gonna stay safe, you get those picks. And as you can see, Nerboss instantly fighting the damage onto Destiny. Nevermelt is just lurking below on the tanks, see if they can get it. Maybe he's trapped even. He
was trapped.
But in the meantime, one very good pin there. Gets the Orisa down, and it seems like blue team will stabilize here. It's 1 for 1 with kind of slight advantage. It can go either way here. Gallia with the rest again.
Gallia with the rest. Oh no!
Cancelled last second by Destiny. Or by Nevermelt Ice. The maximum range on the stun, I think, of the last second.
Yeah. It seemed like he's out of range, but he wasn't.
Yeah. Very clutch place, and he also gets this nice final blow on the Roadhog. But see, he put a lot of effort
they have 7 minutes.
Yeah, but the stagger kills. Ooh, this supports Gallia. Low HP has to get out to get it with
Suzu.
Suzu.
Can she? Yeah, I think she can. Very nice.
But we will have Valkyrie, Transcendence, and Bob.
Oh, Suzu. That's mean.
taking the Widow duel. No
Yeah, but you know, with the Discord, you just need one headshot, and that's it.
Very true. And the same for the damage amp. And Destiny, in the meantime, he's swapping over to McCree now. So he went from Zarya, got picked, went to Widowmaker. Pretty decent. Then he's going for McCree. Interesting picker. I think it will mostly be just to get like some mid-range damage when his team's pushing up, but also maybe to deal with the Roadhog a bit better, because you can interact with both his abilities by a good stun. And, you know, Slapdash might have a rough time playing against and the Brigida stun and the flashbang. It's just a lot of card control. It can really mess with you as Roadhog.
I love the positioning from their boss, you know, realizing they have goats, not many heroes that can come up, and you're just taking high ground. This is very net play.
Gallia used the Valkyrie but gets cut on the ground, but she manages to live. Crucial moment there. And it was a good shatter by Tomahawk, but they just don't land the follow-up. Gallia manages to get the res off, and then there's no effective kill. Red team will hold here. Bob is doing a lot of work on the point. I love my good friend Bob.
Yeah, everybody loves Bob.
Yeah, Bob is a good dude. Never toxic, never flamed.
I mean, he just never speaks. That's his upside.
I mean, the thing is, like, some people complain about Bob for, well, I should say, like, not being very vocal, not being very communicative. Like, he doesn't really shuffle or target call. But, you know, when he, like, single-handedly stalls, like, an objective and has, like, 900 HP and he gets, like, 2 kills, no, I'm happy with Bob. He can stay quiet and just do his job. I'm fine.
Exactly. But you know what? You know, the blue team, they had 7 minutes to push the point, and you know what? This is I kind of dislike always being in that situation, because your team is always like, easy, we have 7 minutes, let's take it easy. But you know, the times keep sticking. All of a sudden it's 5 minutes, then it's 3 minutes, you know? Huge play by Yes.
Pick on the, yes, good kill, but in the meantime, Slapdash does find a kill onto Gods. Levon comes and creates a lot of space and actually kills Taxel. Strong Piggy can't get
and
back
he
into the
won't
mech.
remake, yeah, that's a huge play.
Yes, and Transcendence comes out. Okay, this is a decent fight, I would say, for blue team, because now you're gonna not have to deal with the Transcendence anymore, and you're going to have your own Soundbearer next fight. But a nice hook there on Nevermelt Eyes by Slapdash, making this Roadhog work. It's wonderful to see this return, and Destiny also getting cut down.
You know, two different players playing Roadhog and making an impact. It's just heartwarming to see it happen.
Yeah, and you know what's also heartwarming? We're gonna have Bob in the fight soon again.
I know.
Suzu has got it.
And you know, even though the red team is a bit in a ultimate disadvantage right now, that Bob, you know, with his huge HP pool and just, you know, how he can zone some people out and just be a nuisance, that can be huge, just buying time with Bob.
Yes, especially if he knocks one of those tanks up, because Goats is very strong when it's played together, but once one of your tanks gets separated, like knocked up, similar to how Doomfist will punch you, you're in a whole lot of trouble. Speaking of a lot of trouble, Slapdash is caught out, heals himself up,
yeah, but you know, he's
here's the commitment. There's
the grab, and there's Bob.
3 people, 2 people and Bob. One of them falls, there's Roadhog, no more stalling, but nice tire there on Nevermelt Ice. And Bob starts doing work, Tomahawk falls down, and Yes gets 2 kills, but it might not be enough. Red team seems to stabilize. Strong Pig with a good kill on the Taxel, nice team bubble there. But Yes falls, and Nerboss is still on point, he's close to Transcendence, 9%, can he get it? Can he get a good stall? Suzu is still on point.
Suzu versus Baby Diva.
Slapdash comes back though, and still no percentage has been made, and Suzu gets rezzed. No tick given. And Strong Piggy gets back in his back, but he's right in front of Slapdash.
That's
and he loses back in. And that's a stagger right there. Ooh, Slapdash is going for the kill. He's okay. Taking some damage. Strong Piggy gets back in the mech. No! Mortal charge Slapdash.
This is rude. This is rude.
Strong Piggy needs to find one of the supports and start shooting at the supports. That will force the killers. But this is not going to work. We're going to have tank ults online again soon, and Taxel's just going to keep farming as well.
But you know, great play by the red team, just huge style. They built ultimates on that Diva, they staggered her super hard, like Strong Piggy, Strong Piggy, oh my god, he just wants to uninstall the game right now.
Yes, he's playing against Doomfist and Sombra right now, he doesn't want to play anymore. But in the meantime, Gods will taxi him back, so a nice team play.
And Strong Piggy switching to do Zarya.
Zarya, yes, Destiny's now playing the Genji.
Triple support and Genji.
Interesting, I think what Destiny would like to do, of course, he can fare a bit well against Junkrat, because Genji's very hard to hit, and also you might be able to get just a bit of pressure on Suzu, and on top of that, having an aura pack on you means you won't get 1 kill, 1 tap.
And there you go.
Large
that's huge pick.
Yeah, because also a
for the Transcendence, he funds the Transcendence, but you know, and had Blade pretty much, but then just Suzu with a huge headshot.
True. And also, I'd like to point out, Orisa did manage to get the pull off on 4 people on the bridge and just forcing them on the low ground, so the team was very split and had to take a lot of damage in the process. Pump Bunny falls to Suzu with a nice shot, and now we're in a good situation again, because we have both DPS ult, we're gonna have a Riptide, and we're gonna have a good friend Bob. And you know, Gallia will have the Valkyrie again, so it's going to be pretty hard to cut through all that damage and healing that she can provide.
I agree.
Ladies asking if she needs to sub, or she needs to play, or Scrooly needs to play.
No, it's all good. Yes is back and he will play all the games.
Now in her game, for third place.
Oh.
I'll allow her to play, I think, just in case something happens to Destiny and we need to scrutiny and ASAP. I would say have Ramsey play.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright. Because, like, it's very nice that Destiny, like, continues to play, but if it goes bad, like, it might just be, like, 5 maps or more, you know? So you don't want to, like, force it on them. In the meantime, though, we're going to get in again. Mario's and the Genji Blade, cutting the huge Riptire. Both DPS doing a lot of work, but that's in the favor of Red Team.
Yeah, and Bob, you know, and this is Bob.
Yeah.
Being Bob.
I mean, I think for the, we have, like, an MVP mentality award, and I think Bob is a likely candidate. So sorry to everyone that put their hearts out to have, like, the best behavior possible, but Bob is just immense. Destiny now swung over to the Hanzo.
Yeah.
And Nevermelt is going for the Roadhog. A lot of pickup damage, but also the graph combo.
I think they're just gonna bank on the grab combo, but then again, there's Zen on the enemy team, so I don't know.
It's a bit of both ways. Both Roadhog and Hanzo can get those clutch insta-kills, you know?
That's
might
true.
just get some damage in also on the Graviton, so like, it's a bit of a dual combo. Can get both pickoffs and grab combos, but it needs to be played well. Good beat drop there, saving the team on their slip, and the grab comes in, it's a massive beat. Slapdash falls to one stack.
Oh, there's the picks
really
coming
good,
through.
and there comes the picks. Nerbal's 99% on pretendence, has it in spawn, but is not going to buy anything. Suzu will have to touch this, he's going back on the Mei, but he's not very quick.
Yeah.
And Destiny is holding that angle quite well. Can Suzu touch? He gets put
Oh,
down.
no.
Oh, last second touch here by Slapdash on the Hammond once again. Can they trigger overtime? If the Transcendence comes in, if they trigger overtime, it's a little bit of an advantage, but still, both teams will have a chance to play this map for another round if they manage to cap. Destiny with some nice good kills, making it work. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that Hanzo switch, like, look, he popped off.
And also, Nevermelt Ice got a crucial pick on Slapdash, which would normally be a very good stall pick. But now, 1 minute 30 for about both teams. 1 minute, 1 minute 17 for both teams to get like a good attack going. And you know, if you get a convincing fight on point A attack, and you come in with an ultimate on point B, you know, this might just be very messy. So this is tense moments right here. Nevermelt Ice instantly going to his Hammond. He's saying, "I've had enough of this. I'm just going back to well, not per se my roots, just but what I've been doing very well today with." And you know, Hammond can get those instant kills on attack, but also on defense he can stall very well. So I like the pick there.
And you know, it's like you said, when you in a situation when you about to lose point A, you just don't want to dilly-dally. You just accept that, okay, guys, we lost point A. Let's just make a priority to stabilize and defend point B. Because, you know, a lot of times just people are like, come on, they just had a minute. We have to defend point A. But sometimes when it's over, it's over. You have to just move on to point B and hope to stop them there. Because if you don't, all of a sudden you're looking at a 2-0 deficit.
Yeah. I would rather have 3 points given away than 4. That's just some games that you have to recognize. In the meantime, though, we're going to see a very similar comp as we saw last time. Double damage amp supported Mercy Zen, Roadhog with Orisa, and in this case, Suzu on the Ashe and Taxman with Junkrat. They've been doing a lot of work on those heroes. I can understand why they would pick those. And you know, for the first point, getting those kills can be very sufficient.
Yeah, I mean, any pick right now is just going to be huge.
Yeah, the pull comes in on Nevermelt Ice. He gets trapped. Oh
my goodness.
Smart trap by Taxel.
Look at
almost
this.
falls.
How many people contributed to that kill?
It was a trap, and they were just all on the sideline behind that shield. A new pull comes in. Nevermelt Ice does get res, but there's no real threat right yet. And there was no Roadhog to hook on the pool. But in the meantime, Destiny is doing some work on the backline, just keeping Slapdash and Gallia busy. So this is a moment for his team to go in.
Oh,
now,
that's
Tomahawk
huge.
gets trapped. Taxel with a big main trap, but Tomahawk manages to live 50 HP, if not less. And Destiny falls to Taxel. Oh, this is crucial.
And Piggy to Orisa.
No DPS.
Yep. And also,
Tomahawk
I want to
falls as
mention, huge play by Orisa, because as Tomahawk was moving in, Nevermelt Ice also tried to move in, but got pulled by the Orisa halt.
Onto the low ground.
Yeah.
Very smart. And now it's just a stagger fight. And now there's 2 people down with 3 seconds left to touch. I think we are seeing a full hill here. Someone has to touch, but he gets picked.
Oh man, huge play by T10 IQ plays, man, holy.
Yeah, definitely. Really solid play. And I must say, like, you don't fully bank on holding point A here, even if it's 1 minute. But, you know, if you can, why not? If you can keep getting those kills, that's just so crucial. That's vital. I like what they did here, really well executed. And now, you know, 1 minute 17, you can hold this on defense as well. So it might just end up in a draw, in which case we'll go to King of the Hill. But, you know, you're feeling confident right now, I would say, if you're Red Team. Like, you're just...
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even touch a point.
No, never even got to touch. So we'll see. Slapdash on Lazar and T10 IQ on the Reinhardt. I think they want to just get onto things quickly. Gallia will be on the Mercy, but we'll have Nerboss and Lucius. So maybe it makes us some range damage, because, you know, that res can be very vital on both teams.
I think in a situation like this, you just have a minute and some like 17. And if somebody is unlucky enough to get picked, you know how it is. Sometimes you just get pulled or some random Junkrat bomb. It happens, but with Mercy, but we're gonna see Orisa.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness, sorry, Moira.
Yes, I was just about to say, I saw T10 IQ on the Reinhardt, then I saw Lazar, then Taxel swap to D.Va, so then, when in doubt, go to doubt. For those heroes, Suzu swapping to the Roadhog as well. It's quad tank.
It's quad tank, yeah.
It's Dallas Fuel on this map made it famous in Overwatch League Stage 1, and on top of that, Season 8, Moira got introduced. We all have very fond memories of Horizon Lunar Cult fighting against Fortnite. Swapping out the brick for the Roadhog, getting just a little bit extra damage and pick potential. And
they need to move fast,
but the barrier is down already, and then T10IQ falls, and then Junkrat, 4 tanks, but Junkrat gets hooked, but he lives for now. Strong pick out of the way, it's a crucial pick from Suzu. But Junkrat gets res, don't know, Tackle gets trapped.
And Q2, okay.
Yeah, Suzu, okay, this is good. Suzu gets 1 pick that cannot be res, and he's going to escape for now. Taxel is still in Baby Diva form.
Oh, but the guy has a bit stagger.
Yeah, and so will the Baby Diva. I think he's behind right side now, yeah. A very long stagger. Taxel, I think he's going to try to spawn camp someone. He gets his mech all the way in the back at point B spawn, where Destiny is currently respawning, and he flies back to the high ground. But crucial mention.
Oh, he's gonna attack gods.
Yeah, and 1 trap. Oh, never mind. I almost pulled someone into trap. Nice team player. Tomahawk uses his ship, but Taxel DMAC again. But this is a chance to go to Tomahawk. Suzu's trap, and they're already close to the Riptire. 2 kills off of that.
Huge tire.
But still kills from Slapdash. Never Eyes with 2 kills. Getting it done for his team. 10 seconds left and a team kill.
Clutch Rodak play when Never Met Ice. Holy smokes.
Jesus Christ, he's making with Suzu onto the Doomfist. Can anyone touch? No, it seems like our opening map will be a draw. And that means that we can do our favorite things.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we go to a tiebreaker. And you know what tiebreaker we haven't seen yet?
We haven't seen, for instance, Nepal.
Nepal indeed. And I think we'll go to that one.
Or Ilios.
You know what? Shall we start with Ilios? It's been a while since we saw it. And it's a best of 5, but if you add tiebreakers like this, it's going to be longer. So I'm feeling the casting. I hope you are as well.
Yeah, it's all good.
Almost 5 hours in already.
Yeah, that's fine though. I'm still feeling it. I'm doing well.
Always hit my mark.
I mean, Argus is just getting started.
Yeah, like I'm finally warming up. Like I'm in, what do you call this? Like I'm a creature that lives at nighttime. Like around 2 a.m. I start waking up. Alright, seems like everyone knows that we're going to play Ilios now on King of the Hill. And then this will determine who will quote-unquote have won the Anubis map. So we'll see who'll be one up in the in this race. So just to clarify, this is not the second map of the series.
Yeah, it's just a tiebreaker. Whoever goes 1-0 wins the first map.
Yes, and the second map will be a payload map. So once we see a payload map again, then we're gonna have our second map. Alright,
and it's always interesting when you play tiebreakers because you never know which map it's gonna be.
Yeah, if there's like 2 maps that you're good at and 1 that you're bad at, you start off with the bad map. You
might and it's the well.
Yeah, and people are already saying, "Oh gods," and you know what's gonna happen? But yeah, people are already commenting, "Oh no, gods on this map," and yeah, we're opening with well. I think gods is feeling it, and you know what? Tomahawk is feeling the Orisa pulls, and Nevermelt Eyes is feeling the hooks.
I mean, it's gonna be mirror comps pretty much. Orisa versus Orisa.
Yeah, but some different supports here and there. But both teams are opting for the Ashe, and probably Gallia swapping as well. Yes, it seems like mirror comps, which means a total of 3 people that will boop you off normally, and Bob that can do the same thing. This can go in a lot of ways. A lot of clutch plays by a lot of clutch players.
Oh, and we have I like the Junkrat. I think they're gonna have a better, more consistent shield break.
True, but it puts a lot of stress on Suzu, who will be having to deal with the Fire Mercy, because you might not be able to break a shield as effectively, but you can move around it, and that works as well, if you ask me. What I find highly interesting, actually, is Scrutty. From my experience, from my own team, we usually played Orisa with D.Va, because D.Va allows for a bit more of a flexible shielding, and Matrix to the side of it, but a lot of teams have opted for Roadhog, currently.
Yeah, because like, Roadhog Orisa is just such an obvious combo, everybody uses it, but I actually agree with you that on this map especially, Orisa with Diva is just gives you this better staying power, better flexibility. It protects you better.
More shielding and more flexible shielding as well. Slapdash moving forward, but instantly uses the Fortify. Small advantage here for Tomahawk. He can still have that shift, he can still push a bit, but ooh, Suzu takes that strong piggy, the clutch play, but almost 2 people got booped by Gods already. He's going in for the kills. Red Lucio incoming. And you know, red team, they got a kill, but on top of it, they got a lot of space on the pointer. They're pushing up.
Yeah, and they pushing up.
Ooh, no hook and
no
hooks. Ice barely
hooks, nothing happened.
And now Tomahawk forces to fortify, no shield on him. Tomahawk is
he's booped. Huge play by Destiny.
Wonderful. And red team does get the point cap, but you know, plays here. Blue team might just come back into this quite quickly. Alright, let's see. One res is coming in, and that's Slapdash going to be res. Very vital for the shield, because very important to have your res there.
Yeah, but you know, it's the red team, they get the foothold. It's gonna be up to the blue team now to just kind of, you know, try to push in, seize the initiative. Because as you all know, once you, oh my god, Nerbos finally got the boop.
Yes, finally get this plays.
Once you entrenched on well, it's just difficult to you know, do anything.
Yeah, and playing Orisa and Hog, where you don't have point control, it's very rough because you aren't very apt at retaking as you'd like to be, which is a bit unfortunate, you know?
Oh, very nice. Patience from Taxel. He waited the take a breather out.
Indeed, and on top of that, just the longer it takes for someone to die, like the more progress meter you'll build up as red team. And you know, Company is going to res Nevermelt Ice, but in the meantime, Strong Piggy dies, so this chance that blue team would have had is already a bit smaller without the Hanzo, and yes, takes down Nerbos. Really crucial kills here. Sniper's doing work, and Nevermelt Ice gets pulled all the way.
Yeah, oh man, he's on an island right now.
Bob is doing something though. Tomahawk takes down Slapdash. It's finally a chance for blue team to push, but as we say that, two Chem plays and Suzu get the kills, and Slapdash gets res back up. This means that red team will hold for now. Bongos come in from Slapdash, a bit late, but it will confirm the fight. Hanzo comes in as well. You know, I would say not really a favorable ult from either team, but I would say it's a bit worse on the red team's end because the bongos take so long to charge.
I agree. They should have kind of saved the bongo for this last fight. It would definitely make a difference.
Indeed.
And now you just, especially the Tomahawk has a bongo, so you know.
You're gonna shield break a lot.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of ultimates on the blue team.
Okay, so Nevermelt Ice is trapped, but does get his full hog up. And now the bombs coming as well, and the beat drop. Yes, takes down Nevermelt. We have overtime. Bob is gonna do something, but he doesn't walk into the well. He gets on the edge of the well. Bob gets moved off. No.
Poor Bob.
Poor Bob, dude. He's just trying his best. But blue team
pushing him
getting
into
a
the
lot
well.
of progress meter. Oh, Tomahawk in a no man's land. That poop got a lot of work done, but at the same time, Gods get the double kill. Oh, but then another Nerebos from the other end almost gets the same thing. Oh, this is so tight. But then the pull onto Nerebos.
Oh, and the Bob is again.
Bob is doing something. Bob, my favorite gamer, but he's shooting shields. No, Bob, move forward. Move forward. Oh no, God with another poop onto Slapdash. He's going to have another ultimate, somebody dies, sadly. And blue team finally
the flip, man. But I gotta say, this was all enabled by Gods. Huge boops. A total of 3 environmental kills. Yeah, 3 environmentals in like one prolonged fight. Yeah. That's huge.
And even like they opened with a sound barrier, but look at this, Gods with those like kills. Already 88% on new one, but Suzu with the opening pick on Strong Feet, it's a lot of damage. So Taxel gets hooked. This is very risky. Taxel and no man's land, and Gallia has self no
Tomahawk got hooked. Oh man, Tomahawk, this might be over.
Oh yes, 2 picks already, 3 picks. DPS kills coming in, and Taxel eventually he was a bit out of position maybe, but he gets out alive, which is very vital. Nevermelt Ice gets pushed into the open. Takes a breather, but how long can he stall for? Not very long.
They have to
touch. Yes, is touching together with Nevermelt Ice, but Nevermelt Ice gets hooked and eventually falls to T10 IQ.
And we have Bob, like Suzu, that's like his 3rd Bob. How many Bobs does he have?
Dude, Bob is such a popular name, but once again, the boop from behind by Gods takes down Slapdash. Wonderful plays here, and Gods, he just uses a sound barrier, and then another boop from Gods on T10 IQ. The tank buster Gods, dealing with those tanks.
Oh, finally, the tire just took care of Gods.
I mean, how do you deal with a tank buster like a Lucio? Just solo tire him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no other way when he's just wall riding.
Okay, so we will be moving on. We will not be playing only one single tiebreaker map. Alright, so we're still feeling the action. It's midnight on my place right now, but we're still going strong. And, you know, people are. It's getting a bit late, but I think people are still very much motivated. And well, who can say no to an extra bit of Overwatch? Let's look at the different comps.
It's so close that everybody's so hyped probably that they just want to finish it, you know, and it's just like, I want to win.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Slapdash and T10IQ on the roller coaster again on this map, which isn't particularly popular, but it might work. At least they will be able to deal with Yes on Doomfist quite well. The hook doesn't connect from Nevermelt Ice, and Destiny's going in, but the point control is already there for Red Team, that Lucio really helping them. And there's the hook onto Destiny, that was crucial. And now in the meantime, people are moving in, and Tomahawk is trapped, a lot of trouble for him, yes. Red Team seemingly will have the advantage here. Nevermelt Ice gets booped and bullied, and he gets knocked off the map as well. Nervos returning the favor. One pick onto Suzu, and Pump Bunny resets, but the res is back there. And Suzu doing a lot of work now.
A lot of work.
Back.
But you know who does a lot of work as well? I think Junkrat. Like, the spam is crazy, the traps are on point. And it just seems like the blue team, they just can't really handle the junk.
Well, that, but also what I really liked was T10IQ being very patient with it. He just waited for Yes on Doomfist to use at least 2 of his abilities, and then he lands that clutch hook with his Orisa ult coming. I really like seeing that. Just being patient, set yourself up, and then get the Doomfist kill.
I agree. I mean, he just plays all around a very good game. Like, whichever hero he picked so far, he plays really good.
He's played a lot of main tank, but he's now selecting the off tank to slap dash on the wrist, and it's working out quite well. To get the hook up to Tomahawk, ooh, that's a whole lot of hurt, and then the Falcon comes in. Ooh, trap again onto...
Oh my
Joker has a trap right next to himself, and traps Nevermelt Ice. That means, well, I'm just gonna blow the tire right next to myself and get the double kill with it. Taxel is brought back, but Nerabos is dead for now, as he was booped off the map by Nerabos. But, you know, Nerabos will be back in the fight quite quickly, and he will be coming back almost with a beat drop, sooner than Gods will. Alrighty, so we're gonna see T10IQ is going to have that whole hog, and we're gonna see
our favorite gamer. See Beat, and the favorite gamer is coming onto the stage. Bob is doing...
Yes,
come on, Bob, do
has
it.
That shatter, and Destiny's switching over to the Genji, wanting to get some blades going, and wanting to push back the shield. Bob is doing something, and Tomahawk is trapped again in the same place, and he gets caught out again.
Oh man, that has to be so frustrating. Like, it's the same
spot as well. And in the meantime, they're going to reset, and Red Team did invest a sound barrier, so that's going to be advantageous for
and a Bob. So 3 ultimates used: Bob, sound barrier, and the whole hog.
Whole hog, indeed. But we're going to be decently close to the last fight already. It's 10 seconds left, and they're going to push into a bongo, so they will need this Lucio bait drop from Gods, and they might probably need Genji's blade as well. There comes the bongo. Well, they push past it. The bait drop comes in.
There's the blade.
And Tomahawk trapped again, but Destiny with the kill on both the damage amp and on the Mercy. Slapdash falls due to Nevermelt Ice. Last hook, Nevermelt Ice gets hooked, but he has got a lot of support. Both Rodox taking a breather. Flame Nation represent. Riptide comes in, and it gets taken down. Very crucial by Nevermelt Ice, and they will probably turn this. They get the kills. And Gods is still on point. Pump Bunny takes down Suzu. Battle Mercy, no fear. And gets the res off onto Strong Pig as well. Don't worry, I will help you in this battle.
Slapdash with this. Slapdash with this stall.
Yeah, he's going for a stall a bit. I mean, they have a lot of time to reset, so if he wants to swap now, it's not too big a deal. But very crucially, Taxel did use his Riptire, but it got destroyed by Nevermelt Ice, so no real insta-kill ultimate to open up a fight with, whereas Destiny is currently on the Hanzo, and Strong Piggy is on the Ashe, so slight sniper advantage there. Slapdash, moving over to the Reinhardt. And, you know, we're going to see both Lucius very close to a new beat drop again, even though they were using it recently. God's already at 75 and Nerabos at 85.
And, you know, the blue team have some nice ultimates in the bank, so, you know, they poised for a nice defense.
Indeed, a small advantage to blue team, I would say. Both supporters will be online, but just one extra tank will just make that much of a difference. Whole hog being used by Nevermelt Ice. Oh, and someone's flying, and that's Slapdash. Will he stay alive? No, he can't.
Shattered he was too far away.
But he gets pushed. 2 picks from Strong Piggy, really crucial. 3 picks, and blue team will hold for now. 2 people trapped in the corridor there. There's 2 people in the corridor. Will they push up for this kills? Taxel cut out. The hook misses. Nice jukes there.
I think they just setting the defense up again. 2 ultimates used, not bad. But look what's happening. It's 5 ultimates on the side of the red team. Plus, Slap is gonna have his if the fight goes a bit long.
Yeah, and Nevermelt Ice gets picked. Crucial. The ultimate pick and the ultimate advantage for red team. Will they push hard now? That's the question.
He got greedy.
Bob's gonna do something. Tomahawk off the map. No, Tomahawk does, but Strong Piggy dies. Nice running dragon there, but Tomahawk is booped off the map now once again. So much crowd control. He can't sustain forever. Bob finally gets taken down by Nerabos, but now it's Pistol Mercy on blue team. How long will she? Pump Bunny doesn't get the kill this time, and now it's just God's point trying to stall, but he gets knocked off by Slapdash. Very nice play and a good retake. And they still have, you know, that Shatter coming up, and the Valkyrie in case anyone wants to touch. Nevermelt Ice isn't going to touch, and Tomahawk takes down Taxel, but doesn't matter. First series point is going to Ori Tracer.
Man, but they were, I mean, the blue team was hanging with them, but you know, they felt more dominant. The red team was really good in this, on Ilios.
I liked it. They were very solid, and especially liked how they managed to read whether a fight was winnable or not. You know, on the last map, we just saw they lost the fight. Okay, that's fine. And then they lose a lot of people normally. Okay, that's another lost fight, but we don't invest ultimates. And then on the next one, on the first map, sorry, they just really instantly, on the first map, they just instantly managed to retake without dropping any percentage. So, like, it was really nicely read by red team here that they could maybe contest the point or maybe not. Like I said, the first point of our series in the grand finals goes to the team called Already Tracer, the red team. And we're going to our second map, which will be
Which is a payload map.
And it is a payload map of Already Tracer's choice.
Oh man, but you know, gotta say that Gods played really well. Like he had 6 environmental kills or something. Pun Bunny with a lot of healing, but you know, still the red team was a bit too much to handle. I mean, I gotta say that T10 IQ plays very good so far, very solid.
Yeah.
Same with Taxel, you know, that Junkrat was a nightmare to deal with. Like Toma went into the same trap 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and then whenever he took an alternate path, the trap was somewhere else, so very rough time.
Very rough time.
Yes. But
and you know, Suzu's doing constant work on in the DPS department, so you know, and their boss is, you know, him and Gods are like, you know, just it's like the same Lucio, but on 2 different teams. You know, they just God's gonna boop someone in, then their boss gonna boop someone into the well. So
a lot of clutch potential on both ends. Yeah, but definitely true. I think definitely Pun Bunny and Gods like really playing their hearts out. Gods getting a lot of kills, and you know, Pun Bunny also likes the aggression. We've seen multiple games already where the pistol gets whipped out, and then the rest follows.
Sometimes that's the only way to do it, right? You're gonna kill somebody, then you're gonna pull a clutch res, you know?
It's a big swing factor, definitely. So we're going to move to payload. Pretty interesting. So the first map pick was on the team Show Ashe and Bob, but they did not manage to secure their win. So now we're going to be moving into the territory of Already Tracer, and we're going to go for Sky. That's a very interesting map pick because it has a decent amount of high ground, so you can run some interesting picks like Sombra if you want to run it. Very good on both points here, on defense and on attack.
Payload map, not 2CP.
Oh, sorry, payload.
Right.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
man, but I gotta say, shout outs to Skyra. I wanna officially say this because, you know, she is just supplying me with hot beverages. Now she's gonna make me food. So, you know, this huge gamer right here.
Yeah. Indeed, Skyra, you're a huge gamer, and you know, I'm supplying myself with some Coca-Cola, but it's always good that my good friend Scritty also can supply with some things. So yeah, now we're going to interesting territory, because like I said, Already Tracer gets the first win in the series, winning over Ilios here as the tiebreaker map, and now they're going to be choosing a payload map of their choice. So, you know, if they can put themselves on a 2-0 advantage in the series, really big. Yeah, what were you expecting for a payload map? Because we haven't.
Who's picking?
Already Tracer, Suzu's team.
Oh man, I don't know. They already proved they pretty flexible. They can play a lot of stuff and do it well. So I think it's just whatever they want to do. To be honest, I think they might. Yeah. Okay. I think I would expect either Dorado or like Gibraltar because of the high grounds.
Yeah, I was suspecting Dorado or what's it called, Route 66 myself, because you know, we have these people like Suzu who can play a wide variety of heroes with quite a lot of mobility, and you can get onto the high grounds. But you also have Taxel, where you can like play like the spammy defense, which is good on the first point of possibly Root, and especially in Dorado. So good map pick, I would say, very interesting. And we're gonna see what people will end up playing here.
But you know, also Dorado is a map for long-range heroes. You know, Widow can shine here, or even Ashe, obviously. So yeah.
Alright, and especially on second phase Dorado, like the high grounds are so intense and they're so split, not even like a Winston can really
exactly
them effectively, so one Widowmaker on the high ground can really make a difference. We'll be seeing Nevermelt Ice on the Roadhog. Nevermelt Ice bringing out all the heroes that people don't really expect to see too much. A lot of Hammond and a lot of Roadhog.
Yeah, a lot of Hammond, a lot of Roadhog. And you know, so far he's been doing good on all of them, so I like it. I like it, you know, showing that you don't have to just follow the meta blindly. You can just, you know, end up mess around. And, you know, look, people, again, I think people are just not used to playing against Roadhog because he's been absent from the game pretty much. And you just forgot how to position against Roadhog because he just wasn't in the games, and now that he is, you're just getting hooked left and right all of a sudden.
That's definitely true, and what I also like about Nevermelt Ice, it's like he gets his individual value, but he still plays very well for the team. Whenever there's like an reciprocal, he'll be there to follow up, and whenever a certain target needs to be taken out, he will definitely be there to kill that target. So he's getting his individual value, but still playing well with his team. Alright, so we're going to be seeing the opening of the gates here. Some people are still picking on red team. Are we pausing?
Yeah, we're pausing.
Okay, pause. People left. That's not what I expected, but okay. It seems like Slapdash is currently back on the run, but Taxel is still.
Yeah, I think it's fair to restart. I mean, it's 9 seconds, but I think it's fair to restart.
You do have some compositional knowledge, maybe, but okay, we'll see. All right, but let's just look at his team comps and think that they're final, if you will. So we're going to see Suzu on the Sombra, definitely a strong pick here.
Definitely. I mean, he's shown already that his Sombra is very strong. Good EMPs, good target prioritizing good target. Yeah, exactly. Hacking the right people at the right time. And just not being too reckless. Like with Sombra, she's with the infinite stealth. Sometimes you might be tempted to just, I'm just gonna sneak kill Zen.
Yeah.
But and you just go for these kills, but you're not ready. Your team is not in position, and you're just doing a 1v6 basically.
Yeah. So
good discipline from him. Just playing Sombra. Because Sombra is very you play her alone, right? You're just alone. Nobody will help you because you're just behind enemy line. But you just have to make her work by, even though you're just out by yourself, you have to work with your team. Wait for them and just act on their movements. When your team is ready, then that's when you strike.
Definitely true. And on top of that, like you said, you can't really help your Sombra too much. That's certainly true, because whenever there's a Zarya bubble or a Zen Orb on an invisible Sombra, you'll still see the ability being used. So
yes.
You notice a Sombra on there right there. But still, Suzu's doing very well at not being too alone in the backline, because if the Sombra is way back in the backline, there's essentially a 5v6 in the front line, but Suzu's very well
positioned exactly.
in knowing where to be and when his team can follow up on abilities like Hack.
So yeah, it's gonna be, but I'm sure he's gonna put pressure on Pun, Bunny, and Gods. So it's gonna be up to them to peel for each other, help each other out. Because you have to have this mentality that once the Sombra's on the enemy team, you have to look out for your support.
Taxel going for the Bastion, and Slapdash moving to the cart. Taxel also moving to the cart, and he's setting up boys.
There it is.
The Bastion, the team gets used, and Tomahawk has to retreat a bit, and that's understandable.
But you know what? I think the blue team is ready. They have a Roadhog.
They have Roadhog and Genji to get some damage in, and Destiny, yes, on the Widowmaker can maybe get a bit of an ultimate angle. But there's one thing, there's no D.Va to matrix this Bastion, so you only
there
have
is a D.Va. Suzu's on D.Va.
Suzu's on D.Va now, okay, that's interesting, sorry. But that's on red team, not on blue team, I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yes, Tomahawk gets the pin here and gets the kill together with Nevermelt Ice on Suzu. Very vital. So there will be a lot of effective shielding out of the way for the Bastion. So much damage that cannot be negated from different angles. Alright, so we're gonna see here.
The thing is with all men, and this is the hook.
Yep, Nevermelt Ice saving that hook just for Taxel, just a friendly reminder that he can't set up without a shield. And Strongpig gets 2 kills as well, so we're just gonna reset here. And well, if we look at this now, Pumbunny's gonna have to Falcon again. Tomahawk already has an Earth Shatter, and then an extra pick from Nevermelt Ice onto Nereboss. Very crucial stagger here. Slapdash moving over to the Winston.
Nereboss was a little bit too intense when it comes to trying to kill Yes, and he gets punished.
He gets punished, but a lot of swaps here now. Taxel will be moving up against Suzu.
We have a dive with Doomfist.
Yes, only one hero on the red team manages to retain their ultra, that's a Nereboss. The rest all swapped, so a big reset here, and I think a solid advantage to blue team, because as long as they keep getting those picks with Roadhog and Widowmaker without using an ultimate, they keep their ultimate advantage and they keep building new ones, so it's very rough for red team to push into this. They need some clutch plays.
But I very much like this change, because the previous comp, the Bastion comp, there was pretty much nobody to deal with the Widow. And Yes was free to stand on the high ground and just get free shots from above. And right now, he's just gonna have a much harder time.
Definitely true. Suzu's going in on Doomfist and dodges the Shatter, but still 2 people back in Shatter. Suzu gets picked, and now they manages to live, and now the damage follows. Destiny getting some work done. And Nevermelt Ice gets a clutch hook onto Gallia, just denying the res. And now it's only Nerabos on the payload again. Can't really do too much, he's getting kind of low.
Yeah. But you know, 3 ultimates used. But that's fine, because you know, the red team had to reset the economy.
But T10, once again, a lot of swaps coming in. Slapdash and T10 IQ both swapping their heroes again, giving up all their ult charge.
Oh, that's
staggering again. This is looking pretty rough, I must say, for Team already Tracer. And then Slapdash swaps to D.Va, okay. It's going to really depend on Suzu and the support ults here, because they will have beat drop on the Valkyrie online soon. But Suzu really has to make a difference
here. But you know, but you know how Doomfist is, you know, he can just turn a desperate situation into an advantage. Like all of a sudden he's gonna have one pick, the second pick, and you know, your team crumbles because, you know, your backline is dead.
Yes, but so can Widowmaker. So it's gonna be an interesting DPS interplay, and both support ults online for both teams. Pumbunny still retained the Valkyrie, whereas Gallia already used her, so the Valkyrie for Gallia is over right now, which means there's a bit of an advantage for the blue team here. Pumbunny gets a bit low together with Gods, but they manage to peel for each other. Tomahawk counterpins Suzu. Suzu's in a whole lot of hurt right now. And they finally find Pumbunny, who still has Valkyrie, so it's going to be pretty rough. Nice hook from Nevermelt Ice, but Suzu is still alive. And
yeah, he's 1 HP, but and there you go, now Meteor Strike.
Beat drop comes in, but I think this is a defensive Doomfist ult just to get... No, Doomfist is going in. Suzu, having no fear, takes down Destiny here. And the kills finally
cleaning up with the blade.
A late beat drop committed by Nervals, maybe not needed, but still. They get the
I think they just want to be sure, you know? It's just, you know, 20 seconds left, they want to be sure.
Especially because they had to swap so many heroes around, they just always had an ultimate disadvantage. You really have to cap a point now and give yourself that extra time.
And but that Doomfist, he was like 5 HP for so long.
Indeed. But he did manage to get the clutch kill onto Destiny, and you know, Destiny now swapping over to Tracer, but just getting that Widowmaker out of the way when you're already at the advantage, it just means the entire clutch potential is really gone. And as we see now, Suzu and T10 IQ will both be on the 70% mark. Slapdash has the ultimate, and Gallia is going to have Valkyrie again. Pumbunny is still sitting on her first Valkyrie, so we're getting a very good situation for Red Team, where they start getting the momentum, they start getting their ultimates online.
Pumbunny is being attacked by Taxel. I mean, they can't lose the Mercy, like, they lost the Mercy early the last fight, and it was just...
Gallia falls though, Strong Piggy cutting people down, that's really good.
Very nice play by Strong Piggy.
This is enough to stabilize, but I would like to see Pumbunny use her Valkyrie at some point, because as we can see, Gallia is sitting on her second Valkyrie.
Oh, but look, like Suzu's...
Yeah, Suzu got some picks.
I mean, the fight is still going on, even though there's like 4v5 right now.
Yeah, and there's a Valkyrie being committed from Gallia. I'm wondering if
there you go.
The Valkyrie. Pumbunny being pressured, will she use Valkyrie now? No, rather Nevermelt Ice will use the Hawk as a deterrent, saving that Mercy for now. And God's going to be having his Soundbarrier again. Gallia's Valkyrie is now over, so we're pretty much even field, but there should be a support advantage for Blue Team. Destiny moving on to Doomfist.
Yeah, to Doomfist, and Strong Piggy switching to McCree to deal with this Doom.
Yes, Destiny consistent the high ground, Doomfist v Doomfist. Very uncommon matchup there, but the beat-drop gets committed by Gods, and they're going in. Tomahawk is incredibly low, and there comes that Taxel Blade on the Tomahawk, but still Strong Piggy deals with the Mercy and deals with Doomfist. Very clever swap there by Strong Piggy, and they get the rest off on the Tomahawk.
Very nice res. Bunny.
Slapdash uses the self-destruct there and gets to kill the Strong Piggy, that's good. But it might not be enough to push, 1 minute left. And just takes down Nerabos, very crucial picture. Slapdash is on the low ground, he might lose his mech here without a self-destruct. And he gets knocked about and staggered.
They're gonna leave him be.
Yes, Nerabos will have the beat drop though, which means there will be a support advantage definitely for Red Team. Blue Team just invested both of their support ult, and Red Team will have theirs coming up. And Suzu going back to his Sombra, and you know, shutting down that Roadhog, shutting down the Doomfist. I like the pick.
Yeah, me too. There you go, Tomahawk is hacked.
Yeah, and Destiny going in deep, but he gets out for now. Pumbunny is on a lot of pressure, there's no support else to help her out, and I think, yes, T10 IQ is committing onto that Mercy, but the Shatter lands in the backline. Shatter, and Gallia is already down, the beat drop comes in just a second late, but Tomahawk is now very deep. Nevermelt Ice falls to Taxel, equal fight again, but Tomahawk gets hacked, and Nerabos takes down Pumbunny, so Red Team is really making this turnaround. They're already 1 up, and they get the hack, 2 up now, with still a hacked Reinhardt. Not looking good there. Red Team should be able to push this. They get the overtime now. 3-second mark has been reached, but Tomahawk gets a good pin there. Tomahawk is on 1 HP. Can he win the duel? He gets a D-Mac.
Nah.
He gets a
D-Mac. The Red Team. Jesse swapped to Hammond, but you know, this is a desperate attempt to stall.
Yes. But they will be having another attempt at the last checkpoint of the street, like the last few meters. But you know,
Suzu has EMP and Taxel with the blade. It might be difficult to stop this.
Indeed. It's going to depend on Gods. Will he know that there's an EMP online? It's going to be very crucial. Tomahawk's ready to contest, and we'll see. Gods is still like in the back right there. And he hides from the EMP. No, he's hacked, I believe. Oh, Strong with the double kill on Gallia and Suzu. Wonderful flank, and Gods will have the Soundbar coming in now. after the EMP wears off, and it's still anyone's game, but 2 up for blue team with a closer spawn. This should be blue team. Nice shatter on the slapdash. He's not going to live for much longer. They get the DMAC, he doesn't have his ultimate.
It's definitely going to be blue team, but you know, huge play by Strong Piggy. That was an enormous deadeye.
It was an enormous stop.
Yeah, you know, to stop the Sombra, stop the snowball, because you know, everybody was EMP'd pretty much.
Including the Lucio.
Yeah, and Genji was about to blade, so getting Sombra and Mercy out of the equation, this is huge.
Especially for that Mercy kill, because there's no res online, which is a massive advantage, of course. You don't want to kill someone and then have him res back up. It's just such a major thing to deal with. And on top of that, there being no damage boost on the Genji blade really takes away a lot of the potential that it has.
Yeah.
Really nice play there. And I must admit, Suzu was very clever, because I think Gods was only barely in the range of the MP. Like,
yes,
I think,
barely.
Suzu,
like, I actually thought he's not gonna get
IMP'd. Same,
yeah,
but then I saw the purple marks around him. I was like,
yeah, and I'm like, wow.
But yeah, really nice play there by Suzu, but unluckily, Strong Pig with the huge flank just gets a double kill, and well, to be honest, can't account for too many flanks. Really good positioning there by blue team to stay split and have their ultimate used after EMP.
Yeah, but you know, still, even though with all that adversity, like, the red team barely made it to the first point, to the first checkpoint, and with, you know, pretty much the minimal amount of time, they still almost made it to point B. I think it's you know, it is a defensible position. So, you know, who knows, maybe they can pull it off. And we're gonna see Zen.
Yes, Zen plays, and we're gonna see a high horse defense again from red team. They've been
and look, and Taxel is on the Junkrat again, and you know, I'm just curious to see if he's just gonna be a nuisance again, for like, you know, yeah.
It was a good Junkrat map, way before Junkrat was even remotely good. So that's before he had a second shift, and before there was like a quick Riptire, and then he got buffed, and it's only better these days.
Yeah, it's same like on Nepal in Sanctum, I guess. Where, you know, Junkrat was always good, and then after the buff, he was just, you know...
Look at this. God's got a pretty cheeky play, but doesn't get a knockoff, sadly. But does make himself present. Shield goes down for the Orisa, so...
Okay, they rotating main.
Yes. So we're gonna see... Oh, Destiny gets taken up by Nereboss. The overstand is welcome.
That is huge!
Yes, definitely, and it's a very weird Ghost variation. It's almost Summer Ghost, but then there's no Diva, no Play, and no Ana. And then Nevermelt's Ice gets taken down as well. Doomfist is now going to be the new pick for on Destiny.
Yeah, but I have to give the highest amounts of props to Nereboss. Like, he was late on the rotation, and it looked to me like, okay, this is just easy prey for Sombra, but you know, he won that duel. It's extremely difficult to win this.
Yes.
But you know, he did, and you know, it's huge because, you know, it just changes the entire dynamic of the fight, because you're taking the Sombra out instead of dying yourself and putting your team in jeopardy.
Yeah. Now, Tomahawk, will he get trapped again? No, he will not. He walks around, but
the Junkrat's dead.
Yeah, that's one thing to do with, but in the meantime, Destiny also falls. Tomahawk going in deep. I'll never melt ice, but in the meantime, oh, sorry, Titan IQ. Titan IQ is in the
huge res by Gallia, my goodness.
And Bob is doing something. Bob, you're my favorite gamer, but Tomahawk's, yes, finally gets the pin.
Poor
But
Bob.
in the end, Bob and Suzu together, the lovely duo, does take down Tomahawk. It's like a good love story, you know, like Suzu and Bob.
I agree.
It so much already.
But you know, also very smart res, like the whole team, the blue team was grouped up in this corridor here, in this narrow corridor, and you res Junkrat and he's just easy spam.
Indeed, and all the time, Titan IQ, he was like being focused down a lot, but that gave time for Gallia to find the res, and through all that, somehow Titan IQ never died on the road. He managed to sustain together with Bob, which is vital. And now we're going to be pushing into a whole hog, into a Transcendence, into a Bongo, into a Valkyrie, and into a Junkrat very soon. A lot of ults coming online for red team, just a bit sooner than on blue team. And Destiny's on the Hanzo again, so I think we're going to go for some graph combos again. Riptire gets used on Valkyrie. Ooh, Gods instantly going very deep, takes down the Riptire in the animation. But Tomahawk trapped again. Okay, Destiny's taken down, Tomahawk has no barrier. Strongwig takes down the Bongos, but the Tomahawk does fall in the process. And then Strongwig gets taken out. A lot of ults invested, I would say, by red team, but look at that, Taxel is already 95% on a new Riptire.
Oh my goodness, like he just used the tire. What is going on?
Orisa Bongo, man. And maybe damage jump from Mercy.
Yeah, probably. And you know, it's still looking good. Even though they use 3 ultimates, they still gonna have Bob, they're gonna have Tire, plus the Transcendence for Strong Piggy Graviton.
And what I like to see, like, Titan IQ plays, like, he instantly took out Destiny, which is the only real threat to Junkrat right now. And now he takes down the Junkrat and the Tire. But in the meantime, without a D.Va on blue team, it's so hard to mitigate the damage from the...
oh, this is a huge pick by Nerboss on strong.
And Gallia gets the clutch res though. And then Nerboss uses the Transcendence, yes, to counteract the Destiny Dragon. And the hook gets landed onto yes, and that does end up landing the kill. Okay.
Oh, I really don't like the trans though. I mean, it was just a dragon, you know, you can just put it away. And now Piggy's gonna come with the Graviton, and you have no counterplay.
Indeed, and now Destiny moving up to yet another hero, Pharah this time, trying to deal with the Junkrat a bit more effectively by flying over. There won't be a lot of healing resources on though. With Moira and Lucio, it's very hard to heal your own Pharah. She's going to be left on her own Junkrat that doesn't end up going well, and we're going to have a new Bongos ready, a new Valkyrie soon, and soon to have a new Bongo as well. This Shatter lands, a very big Graviton with a lot of damage. Tomahawk finds Gallia, crucial pick, no Valkyrie online, but Strong Piggy falls. What's his used to, but Titan IQ finding 3 kills on the whole hog. That damage
whole hog.
Yeah, I mean the thing is with whole hog, it doesn't have damage fall off, so that extra damage boost, even if there's knockback, it's just so much damage. And through all adversity, it seems like we're already Tracer will hold the extra trap onto yes as well, and it seems like they have managed to turn around 2-0 up in the series for we're already Tracer, which means we are now in 1 map territory.
Oh yeah, like
if show Bob and Ashe really wants to do something, we'd have to win all maps from now on. And let's see, Titanaki plays. What play will be? Will it be the play at the end? Yes, it will be.
Huge
but look at this. Like the Bongos are gonna come in, and it just deals so much damage. Like there's just no damage drop off. So you know this damage keeps on ramping up, and just so much damage to deal with. Gets a partial to God as well. Really nice play there, and really nice combination. Tomahawk though putting in the work for his team, must admit.
4 golds.
It's a lot of golds right there. All right, so let's look at our next map, which will be King of the Hill. And it will be show Ashe and Bob pick. Alright, so let's see what map they come up with. We won't play Ilios.
I mean, maybe the shoulder is letting, I mean, it's just, you know, kind of restraining Yes from giving his best, because, you know, that last map, you know, he was just switching hero, like looking for something that would work. Nothing really seemed to work. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, he's in pain and it's difficult.
Could be, but it's also sometimes just some awkward compositions, like seeing that far at the end when there wasn't really either a Zen or a Mercy run, it's very hard to heal your own Pharah, you know?
Yes.
It's very hard to... And then Suzu just instantly lands the shot, and then, well, what can Destiny or Yes really do about it?
I mean, just, nothing, you know, there's just no healing.
Yeah, then you're playing against a Junkrat with triple tank, but without a D.Va, I mean, you have like a bit of Rhyme Shield and a bit of Zarya Bubbles, but what does that matter if you're playing against a Riptide every single fight, basically? It's very hard to push into. So I would like to see some more compositional switches, not per se from Destiny himself, because he's swapping a lot of heroes, but I would like to see from other people in this team, actually.
I agree. And, you know, I gotta say, but obviously, you know, like T10IQ plays huge plays by, you know, on Roadhog, just Definitely. The hooks, you know, obviously the whole hog in the end was just enormous, but I think Taxel with the Junkrat, I think is the factor. Like there's this constant stream of bombs, and they just can't seem to work around it, you know?
Yeah, and they're setting it up really well. Like they constantly have the Orisa barrier and maybe even a pull every now and then to get some extra damage in, and they keep playing like the Mercy and the Zen for the extra damage amp, you know? And if you don't really have a D.Va to mitigate or any like Pharah Mercy to really flank around the Junkrat, it's very hard to deal with it and to dislodge it. And that's what we see for now. Throughout different series, Taxel and Junkrat has really paid off for this team.
And you know, I just gotta say that already Tracer, I'm very impressed with how they approach every game from the composition standpoint, because when something is not working, they immediately identify the issue and they make switches.
Similar to what they did on Anubis.
Yeah, and if something's working really well, like the Junkrat, they just stick with it. Oh man, a lot of it hinges on which map the show Ashe and Boob is gonna play. Bob. Boob. I'm sorry, Bob. Because, you know, they lost Ilios 2-0, so they probably don't really want to go back to Ilios.
We're not allowing for Ilios. We're gonna rotate different King Hill maps. Otherwise, you get like, if there's 3 or 4 King Hill maps and you play Ilios 4 times, it gets a bit draggy. So, you know, once a King Hill map has been chosen, we take it out of the effective map pool.
I mean, we haven't seen Nepal today.
We have not indeed. That's
But then again, Nepal really kinda encourages Junkrat.
on Sanctum, definitely, and like if Show Ashe and Bob wants to play the goats, well, on a map like Village or another one, and we're going to Nepal, but you know that Junkrat can still do work on those other maps as well, and we're going for Nepal. Okay, Nepal it is nice.
It's gonna be interesting to see if the Show Ashe and Bob are just like, what's the word? Oh man, it eludes me. But anyways, like they pick in Nepal, but it might be their undoing.
It might be, but then again, we know that Tomahawk has been practicing his reset lately, and you know, if Yessa is really feeling that Hammond or that Rodok, it might work really well for them too. And don't forget, 2 maps of these, like we're starting off on Village, it's a Reinhardt's favorite map, but we know Tomahawk and like if you get a Brigitte in the mix with Never Melt Ice, you get a really solid lineup. And you know, it's a bit of a risk, but seeing as they are playing this map, if they get their good goats comp running, you know, they're 1-up in this map, and then you might just start swinging the series. Nothing's impossible.
Definitely, I think, you know, because so far Strong Piggy, he's been playing some good games, but you know, I think if they really wanna just like win some maps, like just get on this next level kinda, I think Piggy needs to even step it up even more. You know, I think it may be up to him to just, like he had some crazy plays. Yeah, he had some moments where he just saved his team. And you know, I think like he has to step it up even more. Like even though he's doing very well right now, I think they might need him even more.
Yeah, because sometimes he's making those crazy plays like you're saying, but sometimes he's flying under the radar. But that's not really what you want if you're playing like Flash DPS or a sniper hero. You want to be in the kill feed a lot, if you will.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, we're going to see Red Team opting for a dive composition, whereas Blue Team will stick to their bread and butter like crowd control composition, really, Rodok and Doomfist. If they get this going on point, it's going to be very messy. And once again, we're going to be similar to what, what's it called? Similar to what one team did with Crested 10 on Lijiang Tower. If you get the Moira, Lucio, Reinhardt on point, it's very hard to dislodge him.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fighting up top now. They're fighting up top, and that's the spam damage here. The tackle coming in. Probably just a bit low in T10 IQ. Gets out for now. But still, they've got some space already. But in the meantime, Slapdash getting a nice boop there. Suzu finds yes, it's a really good one. Nice hook from Never Melt Ice on the tackle. That's crucial. They have to grab his body. Gallia's resing it. Nice matrix of Slapdash. Gallia does fall, but does
Gallia, you know, it is a res, but she paid the price.
Life. Yeah. But in the meantime, someone's on point, and that will be last second contestant from Suzu. And now there's 3 people on Tomahawk. It's looking very messy. And Red Team will swing this one here. And you know, it's going to be very rough for Blue Team here, because they're already 2 maps down in the series. If they lose this King of the Hill map, they lose the entire series. So, like, you don't want to be lax if you're the Red Team, but still, Blue Team has to constantly fight against the pressure that one mistake can cost you the entire series, and that could be very draining.
But you know, it's also a tricky territory for the Red Team, because as you said, they may be a bit lax. Like, okay, we comfortably, we're 2-up, easy money. Even if we lose this, we still have, you know, other games. Yeah, but you know, it's pretty perilous if you think like this, because you should just keep the gas pedal, you know.
Indeed.
You know, just put the boot down and secure that win, and just be over with it. I like the switch from huge barrage. My goodness.
3 kills, and Narabos finds Never Melt Ice. So Red Team will hold on for now, using just I think Bob might have been used early in the fight, but mostly the barrage had the impact there.
I like the switch from Yes, however, to Ashe. I mean, Suzu's been doing work on Ashe, and I think
he's on fire.
I think the Blue Team needs to like counteract it with this.
There onto Slapdash, but
I saw it. Huge hook, but.
Alright, well, let's look at ultimates here, because Blue Team, they're gonna have a lot of ults coming in. Like, we're looking at 5 ults to be online soon, if people get like a little bit of damage in. And in the meantime, Blue Team just walking up to point, but people are a bit split. The B drop comes in, very crucial. Nervos also has this, but holds up there for now. And the Genji Blade comes in, and now comes the B drop. Never Melt Ice with 2 crucial picks, crucial pick there on Gallia. 3 kills, very nicely done by Never Melt Ice, getting both Gallia and Slapdash down. Tomahawk pinning down Bob, but Bob does find strong piggy Suzu and his good buddy. Oh, he finally gets taken down, but a lot of work being done. But in the meantime, Blue Team does have the upper hand there. A lot of kills go their way, but a lot of stop.
Yeah, they're gonna flip it, but the stall is going hard.
90%.
90%. If they lose 1 fight, it's over.
Good news is though, so Red Team won the first fight, and after that they just had Taxus set up with a lot of spam damage. But now that they finally have point control, you don't have to worry about the Thara as much. It's not as easy to retake with.
Oh, this was cute.
But nice hook onto Gallia. Next level stuff right there, and Strong Piggy finds Nervos, so blue team will hold for now. The fight drags on for longer than people would like. Suzu finds Strong Piggy actually, and there's a Lucia duel going on between Suzu and Gods, and they're kind of just touching toes. But it seems like blue team will hold on for now. Strong Piggy finally respawns, but will he be in time to join with his team? That's
okay. Taxel swapped to Tracer.
Alright, well, he wants to get back into the fight quickly, so I could see that.
I mean, I also can see that, you know, Yes just killed him in a very unlikely scenario, so I guess Taxel decided, okay, it's time for me to switch.
Bob is doing something, he's just on the edge of the shield, will deal damage here, that's the question.
Why is Bob such a noob sometimes?
I don't know, he doesn't communicate with his team, he doesn't talk, but in the meantime, Taxel finds Strong Pig with Nevermelt Ice neutralized on Nervos, but Nervos does end up getting res. Ooh, nice bubble there from T10 IQ plays, blocking shit from Tomahawk. Strong Pig plays takes down Gods who did have the sound barrier. It's very crucial for blue team that they get some picks. Yes finds one kill on Destiny, and Nevermelt Ice also finds one, just healing up, but it seems like it's not going to be enough. They needed that sound barrier, and we're at 90% now, and red team will retake. Can Nevermelt Ice live? Yes, he gets the DMAC.
Okay, there's
8
a
seconds
DMAC.
to touch. And they have the speed boost and the sound barrier. They will be able to touch probably, but they need to be quickly. Yes, Lucia going in with Strong Piggy and Nevermelt Ice.
They have
yes,
the
the overtime is secured. The B drop comes in and hits Nevermelt Ice and Strong Piggy, and we're gonna have a Hawk and a Hanzo ultimate soon. T10 IQ plays Permoise comes out, but then the Moral comes out. A lot of sync for blue team. They need to stall. They need this to work, but T10 IQ plays takes down Tomahawk, but then 2 kills for blue team. Yes, and Pumpany find 1 kill respectively. But then very late, the sound barrier comes in from Nervos just after T10 IQ dies. This is not what you want to do. Just a second blade,
Suzu's gonna have a blade if he can. No, he died.
Oh, Slapdash also commits self-destruct and it just gets shielded. This was not needed. 2 ultimates invested by red team when it wasn't even needed. At 70%, the blue team will retake. But
very nice retake.
Yes, but in the meantime, Slapdash and Nervos did both use their ultimates, and they're probably not going to have them back this round. So
man, they would love to have them. And Slapdash staggered now.
Yeah, nice patience there on yes, and you know we're going to be fighting into a Hanzo, but if you look at like Destiny, he's going to have Bob again, and Tomahawk's going to be very close to the Shatter. So Suzu really has to pop off with Blade here, but to be honest, he would have rather had some extra ultimates with him. Gallia starts moving towards the point with Taxel. Someone has to touch. One trade and the Genki comes out. Suzu, can he land the kills? No, Boris shifts out of the way. Yes finds Nerabos, and it looked like it's in blue team's favor. Dragon Blade isn't fighting things. Pumpany takes down Gallia. Tomahawk finds T10 IQ plays, and it looks like blue team eventually will stabilize. After being down 90%, they secured the first round on Nepal, and they're starting their possible turnaround.
Yeah, what a comeback. I mean, if this is... What's the better time to turn it around, huh? This is the time, and I love it from the blue team resilience. You know, it looked pretty grim at some point, but you know, they came back with the whole hog and the beat.
Yeah.
I mean, good plays all around, and you know, definitely mistakes on the side of Slapdash and Nerboss, you know, using those ultimates, there was no need, and they would be very valuable in the upcoming fight. But you know, maybe they feeling a bit relaxed right now. It's like, you know, the focus maybe is not super sharp right now.
It could be, but you never know what's going on in their head. But in the same way, they might also just be like feeling stressful because they're so close to victory. They can almost taste it, but they still need to just get that one hurdle, which is Nepal here. We're going to be moving to a next map, which is Shrine, which is still not an Orisa Junkrat favorite map, but they're going to bring it out anyways.
But you know what I see? I see Junkrat, and I'm just thinking...
I see Tomahawk getting hooked.
Yeah, how will the blue team respond to the junk?
Taxel
and there you go.
Gods, and Tomahawk is trapped already. 2 picks already for red team. Going back to their roots, Junkrat and Orisa. And yes, does find 2 kills from the
tanks and dragon, but huge res by Gallia.
Yeah, it gets res back up, but it's an equal fight right now. 1-up maybe. This can go either way, and Orisa's not very good at taking points on King of the Hill. Looking very risky. The shifts get used by Orisa. No more forts final line. Gods joins back in the fight as Lucia was the first one to get picked, and he will be back. Gods just try to stop point with Nevermelt Ice, creating a lot of distraction, and it allows for Nevermelt Ice to get the hook onto Slapdash. Really nice retake here.
Oh, but there's a tire.
The classic one, we've seen many of those already, and takes down Tomahawk. Tomahawk is going to have nightmares, and Nevermelt Ice is already trapped with 3 damage onto him. Also on a Junkrat now.
Thomas just gonna dream about Junkrat laughing in his ear, man.
Yeah.
I feel just this junk is such a nuisance.
Yes, but this map is still going on. Suzu gets his Bob online, and yes, is swapped over to the Junkrat and takes down Taxel. How to deal with a Junkrat? Just run one of your own.
Finally,
that team will flip the point indeed. And Suzu's Bob, I would say, was pretty good, but also nice plays by T10 IQ, who gets 2 kills and a nice res by Gallia. And T10 IQ is still going. He's gonna hook that Hanzo in, but just doesn't land the final blow. But let's make some marks here. Tomahawk gonna have the Shatter. We're gonna have 5 ults online for blue team in just a second, and you know, red team they got like 3 coming up, but no, there's
we're gonna have 4. You know, we're gonna have Beat and Orisa and the Bongo.
Yeah, true, but you know, that Ryan Shatter can really be a clutch factor.
That's
Or
true.
it might be good at getting some general damage in, but if you want to like get the clutch flip, then you know, that Ryan Shatter's the way to go. Nice zoning ult. Tomahawk blasts Shatter in the backline onto Nerobot. That means no B drop and 2 picks. T-Ton IQ players get shredded in this animation of Whole Hog. There's no ult there, and Nerobot is not in the fight, can't use ult. Taxel gets taken down, no Riptide there, Slapdash is out, no bongos, and then Suzu goes down, and Valkyrie is still active for Gallia. So all those people that had their ultimates, they couldn't use it because they either got killed in the animation or they were killed just before they could use it and they're not in the fight. And now when they come back... Yeah.
I love this dragon from Strong Piggy, just separating the team, like 3 people went left side, 3 people went right side. This is exactly what you want from the ult. You don't necessarily need the kills, you just need the people to split.
Yes. And what was also very nice is that Tomahawk with the speed amp ran through the dragons, no one could see him coming, and then he shattered the backline, landing a kill onto Nerobos, who would have had a beat drop otherwise to stabilize, but if you're stunned on the ground and you get killed, you can't use your beat drop. Unlucky. And then in the meantime, T-Sun IQ plays on the other end. Like I said, he was split, he was using his ultimate, but he couldn't really get the damage in. Gallia gets taken out by Destiny now. Oh yes, so he gets a nice kill, and maybe we get the Riptire. Still, Riptire is active, and it does end up fighting a lot of damage.
Reset.
And blue team will hold for now, and we're going to be at equal percentage marks. Very nice. And T-Ton IQ plays Tomahawk getting a lot of damage in.
Tomahawk had enough of this shit, yep. It's like, okay, you're done, buddy.
Destiny falls to Susan. This is crucial because there's no Junkrat and no main tech in the fight right now. So this is the red team's chance to push. The Riptide comes in. The pull onto Nevermelt Ice. The Fape comes in, but this might be enough to kill him. And Nevermelt Ice gets blown up by Tax, so no stall potential there. Really nice patience. Bob is online again. God falls. And there's Bob just shooting in the corner. What can Tomahawk do about it? There's so much damage from different angles, one of which is Bob, and his bears down, he falls, and at the same percentage mark almost, they flip the point. Very close map for now. Smoke him out of here? Well, could certainly do. Both Lucians have their beat drop, but there will be a lot of strong ultimates coming online again for the blue team. They will have the more left to help them run it. And no, maybe Strong Piggy will use the Zoning Dragon again. We'll speed boosted Tomahawk. Who's gonna shatter.
I mean, if it worked once, why not try it again? There you go, there it is.
On the right side, and there's one person split on the left side now. Tomahawk's moving in. He's trapped again though. This time they see it coming. A large pool. The beater comes in. Shatter doesn't hit anything. It doesn't hit anything. And both beat drops are traded, but it's still in the favor of red team because they have that one extra pick and they have the percentage on point building up. Nerval's finds Tomahawk. 2 up for red team.
And the tire's coming in.
Tire's coming in. Nerval is getting low, but he's getting a lot of healing. Gods finds Taxel, but there's so much damage going on. It can't be healed. Pun Bunny falls to Suzu, gets 2 kills. Wonderfully done. Gets 3 kills onto Destiny. Wonderful picks here. And we're going to be 1-1 in the series, it looks like, with the last map being Sanctum. And this will be still one of the match points.
And you know, I gotta say, Suzu's been really consistent with Ashe. I mean, he's just getting, you know, he charges Bob super fast, he gets picks left and right.
Exactly, he doesn't just shoot tanks, but like, you see him farming Bob off of other DPS support, like he gets 1 or 2 kills a fight, and then suddenly has Bob online. His impact is immense. Alright, so we're going to be moving on to our last sub-map of Nepal. Remember, this is already a match point for red team, already traced.
Yeah.
And you know,
I mean, they can taste it, you know, they can taste it.
Yeah, because if you look at it, like, there was one sub-map of Nepal that they would be good on, and that should be this one, where their Orisa Jungle will really shine, and you know, here we are. Exciting map. Alright, so...
And we have mirror comps. Oh, no, wait. Yes, I swapped to Hanzo.
No Junkrat, but a Hanzo. So, a bit more of a zoning, a bit more pick-off potential maybe with insta-kills. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, basically a bit less shield damage, but higher pick potential.
A nice pull combo, but Delucia lives and then they get the pull.
Didn't come through, yeah.
Just not enough, but
Suzu's flank
is set up on point. Yeah, Suzu flanking means there's very little damage on the shield for now. But will he get caught out, the Suzu? That's the question. There's a lot of supports there, and there's no one on point for the red team to contest. I know, the blue team will just get the cap, there's so much spam damage here. Default Ice finds Gallia, and Strong Piggy takes down Suzu. So much spam damage into this narrow corridor. I don't like red team's maneuver. Strong Piggy gets 2 kills. Tomahawk takes down Slapdash. There's only 1 down, which is Nevermelt Ice, who will get res back up. T-Ton IQ falls to yes, and now we're in a predicament. Yes, he's going to have the dragon, and Tomahawk's already very close to his bongos, and Strong Piggy is going to have his ultimate line. If we look at red team, we see a good charger on Valkyrie and a Riptide, but that's it for now. And then Maribel staggers, just finds a crucial pick and goes for dragon. Wants to get more picks here, more zoning up.
Yeah, this is going for play of the game.
It seems like it, yeah. If he would have landed a kill, I would have acknowledged it as a good dragon, but I think this was a bit much. But yes, staying on the flank. Trying to get an extra pick, but he's back with his team shortly. Riptide comes out from Taxel. Nice kill, it's a very big pool. Nice kill. Oh, but, Suzu jumps back out but gets killed anyways. Tomahawk falls to Riptire.
And there's Bob. Oh, the Bob died, what the hell?
Strong Piggy sends his good ally into the pit, but in the meantime, about the pit, Gods is going in, but once again, Suzu jumps out with the rail gun, with the coach gun. He lives for now. God's the only one to contest now. Can he do it? Yes, he can. God's
and Gallia with the pistol, Mercy. Yes.
But, you know, twice we've seen Suzu get booped or dragged into the pit. Twice he just jumped back out, no worries.
Yeah.
Good hook by Nevermelt Ice on the side, but doesn't land the kill onto Suzu. With some good heals, he manages to live. And you know, Suzu, speaking of Bob, he's going to have it very soon again. But if we look at blue team, a lot of ults online, and there comes the Bongos, a lot of shoe break, and Tomahawk is very close. It's looking risky, but the Bongos get destroyed. But nice Dragon, and they can keep pushing people, and this is so nice. The whole Hawk Dragon combo, booping Slapdash into the Dragons. No chance for him, and then nice to hook up pull combo onto Taxel. Really nice plays by blue team here, I like this.
Yeah.
Good boop onto the Lucian, and Bob just doing something for red team. It forced out the beat drop, and Gods has to deal with Bob to some extent, but he's just on the edge shooting, and he's getting healed as well. Stalling the point all the while, but
and Bob
now finally,
gone.
Gods finally gets the kill, and then Nerboss completes...
but you know, all this time that Bob was shooting people, and they were focusing like on him partially, the red team just cleaned house.
Yeah, and they invested the beat drop at the end just to stabilize, but like, you know, they do manage to hold on, which is very vital, and since Gods also used his own beat drop, you know, you're in a pretty similar situation with regards to support ults. Both Valkyries online. And right now, Slapdash will have the Bongos together with the Hog. Like, if they really want to win out a fight, you know, pressure that front line, use those two tank ults. We see what it did on Dorado. And,
huge
nice
hook,
on attack ult, but Nevermelt Ice. Very nice usage here. Very clutch plays, but everyone lives for now. No Riptire gets cancelled, and Red's already been used.
Huge play, but yes.
Indeed, huge opportunity, but Strong Piggy falls to Nerboss. A lot of opportunities now. Nice hook onto the T10 people plays, but he has a lot of healing and damage on him. It's the chance for blue team to go, and they're committing ultimates. Nevermelt Ice takes down T10 IQ.
He's going in with the speed boost.
And he just barely makes, but there's no short by line for the red team's Ursa, and she eventually falls. Nice boop again,
my goodness!
And at the end...
Well, there is a flip, but that was a huge play. I mean, if he was able to boop them and then boop another two people, that would be the absolute play of the night.
But now we're in a very tight situation. Blue team, if they want to hold on, they cannot make any mistakes. If red team wins one more fight and if they cap the point, they win the entire series. But falls into the Slapdash. Nice punishing there.
Speed boost.
Speed boost really making a difference. Nice pull there. But will there be enough damage follow-up? Bob is going to do something. Suzu's going in. Lands on Tomahawk. Getting a lot of pressure. And the shield just a second late. Bob is now on the edge. And the pull comes in. This lad Bob on the edge. But Gods falls. Tomahawk takes down Suzu. But still, blue team can't make any mistakes, and they just lose two people. Now
and
finally, yes, comes back.
The Doom Fist, huge pick on Gallia.
On Gallia, but he needs to touch. There's no one on point to touch, and it looks now, if they clean the point, that red team will indeed win the series. There's no one left on point, and that is 3-0. GG's, and in the end, Ori Tracer wins out the series. Alright, that was a very nice series there, and you know, the maps individually were quite close, so even though it's a 3-0 series, I still really like what we saw here. And I must just say congratulations to, well, firstly, Team Ori Tracer first. I like the way that they adapted to many different strategies, but I also like the way they played their own strategy. Like, their Orisa, Roadhog, and Jungle was just very strong. And, you know, it's wonderful. And I like how they were able to play their own compositions well, but still swap to different things if needed. So, if you remember, Anubis,
70% kill participation.
Suzu, he's been practicing some Ashe. But that does mean that we have our winner from our first Overstudent Pug tournament, and it is Ori Tracer.
Yeah, I mean, very solid play. I'm impressed. You know, the blue team played really well as well, but you know, just I mean, it seemed like so many clutch plays from the red team. Like Tracer, oh man, already Tracer really stepped it up when it counted.
Definitely. But yeah, I really liked as well that they were also very effective with their ult economy. Like Bob always did work for Susan, and yet like the Reptiles getting a lot of work, but they never really used too much at the same time. So you know, they were stable with their own team comps. They were able to adapt, and they were able to use their ultimates very well. So I'm very happy with what I saw from Team Ori Tracer.
Yeah, I mean, look, the only time when they messed it up was when Slapdash and Nerboss used the ultimates when they shouldn't. And what happened? They lost the map.
They lost the submap on Village, indeed. But yeah, I think definitely a very successful pug tournament for us here, and I really liked doing it. I'm curious to see what the third place final ended up with, or if it's still going on. Can we get an update on that? I'm wondering. Let me quickly check if anyone's online. Ramsey is in a custom game. I think we're going to the third place final in Cast a bit, boys.
All right, let's do it.
I can't join the match. I'll ask Ramsey. So we'll be taking a very small intermission, but as soon as we'll be back with the third place finals, we will let you know, and then we'll cast the remaining part of that, because it seems that that game is still going on. And let's see if we can get an invite sometime soon. If we can spectate. Yes, I can spectate. We're on Kings Row 1 Hybrid, that means we're on the 4th map. Let me get my boy Scrutzy in.
Okay, I'm going in.
And I might as well get Gadget on well as well.
Otherwise you have no stream.
Yeah, indeed. Invite
Hey,
there we go.
hello.
Alright. So we're curious to see what the score will be. We can't really see it yet, seeing as there's no other spectators online really besides the 3 of us. I can only spectate the blue team for now, sadly. So we'll
And
see,
I can only spectate the blue team as well.
It's probably because the lobby was a bit close, but we'll see what we go off on. I'm spectating Zenith right now on the Ashe, but we see a big time back for Team Red, and Krill definitely gets some damage in there. And Zenith lands that kill on the Chris, really crucial pick there to stabilize, but still a big time bank for the red team here. And you know, Crescent doing work on the Reinhardt together with Krill and the Zarya, his favorite pick. And you know, like
yeah,
a
I
bit
mean,
of a slow
Plasky's a little bit separated on the left side.
Yeah, but now in the meantime, the blue team has their snipers, one on the left side, one on the right side, so you know, a lot of very nice split angles, if you will. And Zenith going back up top, going for that duel against the Hanzo. Who will win this? It's melee. Boyard follows the Zenith, and Zenith with 2 crucial picks, one on the Chris Creek's Widowmaker, and then one on the Boyard on the Hanzo. Really crucial turnaround here to help his team stabilize. Zenith's falling very low, but he will be fine for now. Yeah. And in the meantime, the pin lands. Ooh, Plosky. Oh, Chris Creek with the big kills, and Crescent with a very nice shatter and pin on the Jet. It's going to be very crucial. Later on, the last one to be alive, but she falls. I think Red Team will cap the payload here.
Yeah, it seems like it, you know, huge plays by Chris, very nice sniping, and then Crested finished it up.
Alright, so let's see how things will pan out here.
And you know, I've had some time back, like 3 minutes on King's Row. That's really good.
Yeah, that's very solid. Like, they managed to push through well. Zenith managed to stabilize once at least, but still. Okay, we're free to move around now. We're no longer bound to one thing, it seems. Although I'm stuck under a bus, sadly. Not really well.
Same. Yeah, I'm under a bus as well.
Okay, I'll ask for pause.
I think I'm just gonna like leave and rejoin.
It will take a couple of seconds till they're picked. Then it should be fine.
Alright. Let's try to rejoin as well. And we are going to the same lobby. Scrutzy, could you invite me, baby? See if it works.
Okay. But I'm under the bus again.
Alright, then let's hope I'll be in a bit less of a predicament, if you will. Maybe I can select the... Okay, I'm in the normal team POV now. I'm just on statue.
Okay, so just... Can you invite me now?
I can surely do that, good friend. Invite the custom game, there we go.
Sure.
Okay, can you move around now?
Wait. Yeah, I can, great.
Nice, perfect. So, we saw Red Team. We're on the 4th map now. We saw Red Team already just complete the payload with a bit over 3 minutes of time, because it's really good. Zenith barely lives in spawn, then swaps to the Lucio. And, you know, Devious playing his Brigade, so that's Ana and Brigade as heals, which is a bit risky, but it can work.
But it's also Zen, so they have triple support. With Ana and Zen Brigade.
Yeah, on that's on blue team, but in red team they have Ana and Brigitte only as heals.
Alright, that's true. Yeah, that is a bit risky. Actually, if one of them dies, it's gonna be very tough to sustain.
Yeah, and you know, that Ryan is gonna have a rough time because that armor pack can only get used in the Honor relief, but Chris Creek takes down Zenith, so they manage to stabilize for now.
Pick.
Good pick by Chris Creek there. Let's see it. Blue team will kind of retreat, but Jet is still kind of standing in the open, giving a lot of damage to Krill, who's already 30%.
Yeah, Krill, he seems charged.
Yes. Devious takes down Freeman extra stagger. This is looking pretty rough for them. And now people are starting to retreat fully to spawn. This is a much better reset. But in the meantime, Boyard got a lot of damage into those tanks. Are only 75% on that ultimate. This is really good.
And look at Bo, now he's on Hanzo. Like last time I saw him, he played Mei, he played Sombra, he played Doomfist, he played Pharah. Like his hero pool so far has been
Tracer,
very impressive. Yeah, and Tracer.
Also solid.
Very impressive hero pool.
Versus just being a bit up ahead in the shadow charge there, but he gets
this is a big night,
a lot of pressure. But so is Jet, and then they get the 2 kills in. This is crucial for red team. And Crew gets 3-4 kills. Yeah, this is over for this team for now. Fume
It is over.
Davis, which is good.
And it's pretty good when it comes to the economy. They only used the dragon.
Definitely.
And
you know,
very
farm it back
convincing
quite
when,
quickly.
yeah. And you know that the blue team doesn't really seem that hot when it comes to the ult economy.
True, and because they're running the goats, Zenith is now swapping off the Brigitte onto the Widowmaker, but because they're running goats, no, the Hunter can farm his ultimate so quickly. There's still 3 tanks online.
Oh man, Chris with another pick.
That is brutal, I must admit. Crested 10 just farming up a Shatter, just being... both Shatters are online right now, that's good. So Crested did a good job at keeping track of the enemy Shatter, being on the same page.
And there you go, like, look, just this one pick on Lucio just shaved off like 15 seconds because they waited for the respawn.
Yeah, even if you don't end up holding point A, it's just a very good timeline you make for yourself. Chris Creek going for the clutch shot, and he is very deep, and he doesn't get punished in any way. Crested takes down Fume, which is very important. Fume cannot use the grab until now. Crested has no barrier, but Krill Stake takes down Zenith. And you know, with that Widowmaker out of the way, there's just no threat onto the snipers. And then, ooh, nice help there. Devious helps out Krill. They managed to get the kills in. Very nice.
Alright, but let's see how they respond to the Graviton now. Like Fume has Grav. The red team doesn't really have any counters.
Fume gets killed again.
Like he barely leaves spawn. Like what happened?
I think he went in just a bit too aggressive, and he just joined the other stagger kills. But in the meantime, red team 5 ultimates online, one of which is Grav Dragon. And Ramsey is just not quite there yet with her own samurai. She's 90%. She might get it, but no, she might not get it in time. So a lot of things are going to depend on Dustley on the Diva. Alright. Good anti there, but Crested gets cleansed. 3-man grab, and the Diva, but can they pin the run out of the way? The shield will block almost everything, but 2 picks, Cake and Chris could go down, and Krill falls. This is the blue team's chance to take it.
Yeah,
nice counter spin.
They're gonna do it. And they ensure it with the beat.
Yeah. Maybe a bit much, but I can see why you want to secure it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it because, you know, you've just been very unsuccessful so far, and now you see the opening, you want to be sure that nothing bad happens, so you use the beat.
The flanking Anna and Reinhardt from the blue team, they're already setting up for the next attack. Have they been spotted out? It seems like it.
Oh, the red team tried to contest, but just too short.
But that Reinhardt's behind him now. Does he have a Shatter or something? He does. Jet, just gets the counter in time. But the Shatter comes in, finds Crested 10, but he's got a lot of healing with the Anna nade and with that break armor pack. Real finds Jet and then they grab her.
How quickly it turned around, man.
Yes. Forward with a nice triple kill, if you count the Diva like that. Very nice hold there. But now we're in a bit of a tricky situation, because, you know, the snipers, one of them can stand on the high ground like Chris is doing right now, and the other one, both, is spamming this little archway. And it's going to be very hard to break it. The Zenith will have to contest on the Genji, but he's the only DPS they have in the team. It's going to be very hard for him to deal with both these snipers, especially with Break Around.
Oh, and Plasky is down, like they can't really proceed without Plasky.
That is the most definitely true. Crested with a mad play was standing behind them, but it doesn't end up working as he had intended. But still, the pick is there all from Chris, so they're fine for now. Alright. The Fume with the Graviton, but there's only 2 or 3 people down. There's no follow-up. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And the blade was just about to come online. Not a fan of that Graviton right there. He's trying to turn the fight around when it was kind of already lost. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's going to the Widowmaker. He's going to take the duels.
And it's especially unfortunate considering that the red team is just having a very comfortable ult bank right now.
Indeed. And nice pick from Crested onto Zenith. Staggering things even longer. 2 kills instantly. Fight 1, 3 kills.
That was a huge shot by Chris.
Yeah, he's doing work again. Dustleo gets killed instantly. No stagger there. That's good news for him. But we're going to be fighting against a Grav Dragon soon. There will be a sound barrier to deal with it, but you need like all your resources to live through that Grav Dragon. And you know, we might have Nanoblade at some point, but Dustleo swaps off of the Diva onto his Zarya. There's no way to mitigate the damage from a Hunter or a Zarya ulti by eating it. Zenith on top. He has been spotted, but he's feeling the blade. He's looking to use it, but he has been spotted out. Going back.
Well, I think you should definitely wait for the nano. You know, this is your card. This is your like Joker.
He used it already though. He's going in deep onto Chris, but he gets all the healing. And the Graf comes in, Boost comes in, and Shatter. A lot of ults being used on both. And Boyard, because he was shattered, could not use the Dragon Strike. Really nice play there by Crested, I would say, or sorry, by Jet rather. To make sure the Hanzo was stunned on the ground, so he couldn't use that Graf Dragon combo. Really nice plays.
Oh man, but I'm really not a fan of that blade from Zenith. Like, you know, Plasky was 92 on the nano when he used the blade. Just wait 5 more seconds and we good to go.
Indeed, and this time he didn't get any kills, but he was going for Chris Krieg initially, but then Chris got healed by Cake on the Ana, and then he just turned around to the Ana, but then there was not a lot of time left. Okay, Nanobus the Runner from Jet comes out. He has to come in now. Who is he going for?
Yeah.
Some bubbles coming in. Hunter comes in with splitting Reinhardt off.
Huge ultimate.
Good zoning ult there to keep your Reinhardt at bay. Really nice. But Crested has the Shatter online. The only ultimate in the game right now is from Crested, and he finds the main tank. Jet might be falling down, but he manages to heal out with a lot of help from his team. 1 HP. Gets all the clutch healing. Crested is anti. Someone has to touch point. There is overtime, but Krill takes down Fume. Lady Ramsey gets the job done on the tail up, but Jet finally finds down Devious, and Jet gets a pin on Crested. This is a chance to shatter, but Crested has the shield up.
Oh man, desperate shatter, but shield up. I mean, he saw it coming, and now he's not.
Nano boosted, and he's going to take down that. They're going for it. The Graph comes in. Zenus takes down. Nice pick there, but it's too little, too late. I think too many kills in the favor of Red Team already. Nice pulse bomb. Ooh, Fume takes one down on Crested.
Yeah.
Pulse bomb doesn't hit anything, but Fume is the only one there, and it seems like Red Team will indeed win the series. We're going to do a quick checkup on the scores. I think this is GG's, and I suspect that it was like the match one. Yeah, okay, so...
It was the match point.
Indeed. 3-1, so as we can see, Sixpack Attacc takes the third place here. With a nice win on King's Rare, so a 3-1 win in the third final.
Yeah, pretty convincing, I gotta say, but you know, I think a lot of it was just the blue team just enabled it, you know, not really coordinated enough. Maybe they kinda tired, I can understand that. You know, that blade plus nano combo, that was their means of winning.
Yeah.
Well, but still, GG's, they 3-1.
Indeed. And then we have all of our matches completed, and it's 1 AM, so I think we did kind of alright in terms of how much time we put into it.
Oh man, we did, wait, 6 hours, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think a really successful tournament that we had here. Very fun to cast it. Nice to have you by my side as well, Skirty.
Hey man, it was a pleasure.
We have some work to do. Who will be our MVP? I will ask Ramsey for a second to join voice.
Oh man, MVP of like the whole tourney?
Yeah, because we do have something very important to discuss, and that is, does Bob count as an actual player? Like, he can contest the payloads, but like, I think he's a likely candidate, not gonna lie.
Hey, but look, Bob is he's just, I mean, he's backstabby because he played for every team that had Ashe.
True.
And do we have to, you know, can we consider him like he just betrayed his team?
He betrayed every team.
Actually, he betrayed everybody. Yeah. It's like as if he's just all by himself, you know? Just all Bobs.
Yes.
Are just like their own team. But I don't know, man. I think, you know, I mean, it's easy to look at the team that won it, right? And the Tracer already. Because, you know, Suzu was amazing, and, you know, the IQ plays with the Roadhog and tanking, he was also great on Diva. Whatever he played, he was solid. Taxel with that Junkrat was just so annoying to deal with.
Indeed.
So, you know, many great players on that team alone. So I don't know, what is your pick? Who would you consider?
Okay, so we have a bit of time now because we're no longer on stream. Guys just deafened, so we can say whatever we like about people, if you will.
Alright.
So, Ramsey, you were in different voice lobbies, right?
Yes.
Was there anyone that stood out to you, like, either negatively or, like, positively on other teams?
Well, I could just say that Jesse was really negative.
Alright.
And Suzu was really positive and always kept his team up. He really did do a good job as a captain compared to all the other captains, I would say.
That's very nice.
And also, like, Galia also did a really good job by pushing her limits and stuff like that when it comes to communication and stuff like that. So,
Alright.
But I'm standing with Suzu, actually. He did a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, not very confident on the captain role, he said, but like he said, you know, I'll try it, and I think he did a really good job at it.
Yeah, he did. It was amazing to listen to, and when someone did something wrong or anything, he was just like, "Oh, it's okay, guys. We can do it. It's good." Like all the time. So that was really enjoying.
Yeah, so we're looking at someone from Team 4 over from Team 3. Did you get a glimpse of the comms in Team 2? So that would be Chris, Devious, and Crested, or from Team 1, which is Fume, Plusky, and Skull, people like that?
From Team 1 to Fume, they were like a little bit quiet, and they got really like mad sometimes, especially after they lost Horizon. And I subbed for them now, and I don't think they were really satisfied with it because they didn't wanted to listen to me when I told them we have to focus this person. So they were just like focusing everything else.
So what's it called? Then I think we can also see that that Team 1 was a bit disjointed. How was things in Team 2?
In Team 2, it was really okay there. I would say like all of them usually plays together, so I would say normal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nothing other than that.
So I think I already had good thoughts about someone from Team 4, so that would be Suzu. I think we kind of mutually agree on giving the MVP award to Suzu because he was outstanding in terms of behavior, and he wasn't really per se super prepared for it. So
and he also, and aside from that, he just really played well.
He had individual impact, and he was a very good team player.
So yeah, I think this is pretty unanimous. He's the MVP.
Indeed. Then I'm gonna tell Gadget. Okay, we'll be undeafened shortly then, and then we'll get Suzu in for ourselves as well.
Oof, the last match frustrated me so much. Oof.
Yeah, I kind of had a hunch that, your team was on the lower end. Like, you did get one map, but I saw that red team was pushing with a lot of minutes left, so it was looking like the red team did have the upper hand there.
I'm muted.
I see, I just noticed. But we have one more thing to do, which is getting Suzu into our voice lobby. He said he will still be online, so we can drag him in. He's still in Team 4 voice lobby, if I'm not mistaken.
If it allows me to.
Can you, or...?
Well, I can, but Discord is fucking. That's the thing.
I see. Too many things open simultaneously.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. We have a gamer.
Hey, we have a big gamer.
Welcome, Suzu.
Hello, guys.
First of all, congrats on winning the first Overstudent Pug tournament.
Thank you very
3-0
much.
wins in the last big finals.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Amazing play. Your whole team was working extremely well. On top of obviously you playing, also just playing your best. The individual impact was huge. The picks left and right. Huge player on Ashe, actually.
Thank you.
But just we could see that the whole team was just orchestrated so well, and that on top of you performing so well, and the whole team performing so good. This is really, really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you so much.
Because you initially weren't too comfortable on the captain role. You said not really experienced with it, and I'm not usually super communicative, but I'd give it a shot. But from what we could see from the bird eye view, it seemed that you guys always knew whether you were fighting a point or not. On King Hill especially, had a very clear idea. It seemed of we're going to contest this and we're going to win it, or no, we're going to leave it and just retake with ultimate in the next fight. So
definitely.
I think of course me and Scritchy weren't in the voice lobby, but we could really tell that there was some good communications going on there, and I think you played as a captain, you played a decent part in that, I would suppose. So I think you definitely did a good job on being team captain and more of a shot caller, even though you weren't super comfortable on normally.
No, thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't have done anything without my team. We all carried in our own hearts, in our own way, and I went into this thinking that if I want my team to win, I really want them to win. I really wanted them to just do their best and have a really good time, but also win in the end. So I'm really happy we made it this far and got to the end.
Yeah, it was a really successful run for you guys, because
it was. You dropped to 1 or 2 maps.
Yeah, we did really well. Yeah.
Indeed, it was a very successful turn of events, to say the least. All right, so as you may remember, there was this thing called an MVP award for good mentality and behavior.
Oh, God.
And make an educated guess why you're in the voice lobby with us.
I didn't get it.
Okay, that's exactly correct. You can leave again. No, no, but in all honesty, because you were doing things that you weren't completely used to doing from your own experience and from your own team, and leading people and making all those calls. But it was apparent to us that you did actually do it, and from what Ramsey told us as well, because she was of course hopping in between different voice lobbies, that was clear that the atmosphere in your team was very good, and that you were very positive to your team in a sense that also that you would be able to keep the morale up. So as such, we wanted to give you the MVP award of our first Overstudent Pug tournament.
Thank you so much.
A little extra icing on the cake, if you will.
Yeah, to sweeten the deal.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
But deserved, really. You know, you guys were awesome to watch. Very good play.
That's so
I like
nice.
I like the variety on you guys. Like sometimes you ran some Sombra, sometimes some Doomfist, sometimes some
Yeah,
sometimes some
I felt
Junkrat.
Yeah, I felt like the whole team was really good at flexing to what we needed. I'm just really proud of all of them. They did so well.
Yeah, it was a very nice thing to behold, to say the least. Alrighty. I can see Krill typing Suzu in Pug Tournament in general, so I think he might be watching the stream. Hello, Krill.
Hey, Krill.
Alright, but yeah, we'll get you like a little nice something by the time, like not right now, please don't have something ready, but like we'll get you something nice for your MVP award. You have the honor already, and on top of that, you also won the first Community Cup here, if you will, the Overstudent Pug Tournament, so that's a role that you'll get yourself assigned to, and just an extra bit of bragging rights.
Thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, it was a good fun to run at least.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, really good fun. Thank you for hosting it. Like, I feel like it was like really professionally done as well.
Yeah, thank you. We put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, I'm actually not getting paid, so very, very professional.
Same for me. Well, you know, there is only so much that you can do with payment, but 2 people or more people putting in their hearts.
I'm not a rich man, dude. Calm down. I'm a student. I have like 10 euros on my bank account, and that's it.
I'm like, I'm looking. Currently, I don't have any debt right now for studying, but I might just at some point have to make a loan or something. But no, I'm a student as well, so I feel you.
Well, if you guys in the chat do have Amazon Prime, do make sure to Prime sub to Overwatch. Overstudent.
Well, I think we're not big enough because we only started streaming like today. Alright, but I think that is going to cut it for today. We managed to get all of our games in despite some like urgent subs, if you will. So we did manage to get all our games in. Which is, I mean, you always have like some fuckery and whatnot, like some messing about, but we did get all of our games done. Everyone got to play, and we did have, I think, a successful run with moderators being present at all maps. So.
Definitely.
Yes, so yeah, I think that we can conclude our very first Overstudent Pug tournament at this moment with Suzu being the proud team captain and MVP of the winning team.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thank you everyone for playing, because it was wonderful to have 4 teams around in a Discord server which has about 120 people in total. Yep. So I think we're going to end it here. Thank you all for watching, and thank for everyone that played or helped in subbing or just managing maps or lobbies and all that. So I think we can definitely get a repeat of this if there's more animo for it.
Sure.
And with that, I will say goodbye, folks, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, man, thanks. It was awesome. Thanks for hosting and organizing it. Thanks for all the teams for playing, playing their hearts out, and, really entertaining watch. Just,
definitely.
Continuous few hours of Overwatch gameplay. Very enjoyable.
Indeed.